Listen to the brand new season of the Voice of Survival podcast every other Friday right here on the Journey into Comics Network at journeyintocomics.com.
The following
is a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
It's a Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics.
Journey into Comics
Network
Production.
Look at my economy. It's so great. I mean, look at things. I'm making money. You're making money. Everybody's making money. It's like, it's going to go, and people are going to go,
Warning, Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Nick and Tyler. And Matt coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcastrophe, episode 100.
100!
We got Tyler.
Hello there.
We got Matt.
Hi.
We got Brandon again. Ah! And welcome back, the Podfather himself, Nate Phillips.
Wow, that was fucking... I'm like
Energy.
humbled. That was insane. I can't follow you like that.
Is he trying to do like a Paul Heyman?
That was it was
Maybe.
great though. I love
Well,
it.
like halfway through my introduction to Nate, I was like, I'm literally speaking word for word the JIC intro. And
That's
so I was
awesome.
like, I actually have to go into it now.
Okay, might as well. Yeah, fuck it.
My face hurts.
God damn, we're at 100.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys made it here, and I did very little work.
We
at
started
all.
from the bottom and we're still on the bottom. We're fucking straight bikini bottom, bro.
Yes.
We ain't never left.
We plateaued at the bottom.
You know, it's like SpongeBob when him and Patrick get fucking stranded in rock bottom,
Yeah.
and then there's that creepy thing.
Patrick was
Yep.
stranded.
I thought Patrick was with him too.
No, they went to the
At first?
Club World, and then Patrick was
Yep.
still on the bus where
Yep.
SpongeBob got
Yep.
off.
You
Well-
guys have watched way the fuck more SpongeBob than I ever cared to.
Same.
I'm like, what the fuck are they talking
I was
about?
like, but why?
It's a fantastic show.
Not that it's a bad show.
It's a
and I
show
mean,
that was actually proven scientifically to make our youth dumber.
That's funny.
Listen, I'm cool. Whatever.
He's honest.
You're a product of the
Look
show.
where it got me.
right here.
Yeah.
I'm
Rock,
very content with my life right now.
rock bottom.
And I love SpongeBob memes.
I feel like I want to steal it for a second and just say, Brando, I'm so stoked that we did 96 together to
Yeah.
set this up. Like,
That's funny.
fuck you, man. I love
Yeah.
you. But it was so much cooler to have that conversation a little bit more personal to be able to now celebrate, you know?
Yeah.
Which is where we are. And that's fucking truly beautiful. And also, I want to say one other last thing for those who are watching the show. My sunglasses are only because this bright fucking
Yeah, we got
light
a new
that
light.
Dick has on, and I don't want to get a migraine.
We got a new light. Miranda helped me put it up.
Sweet.
By
Looks
that,
good.
I mean I slept right over there, and she did the whole thing.
Oh my god! Why would you admit that?
Because I fell asleep.
Why am I not surprised?
I fell asleep. She was just doing
Look
it.
at Tyler's unfazed. It's like you expected,
Yeah.
like you expected him to do something.
Hey,
no.
have you hooked up your new washer dryer yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, did you do it?
No, she did it.
Eh, there we
Because
go.
I've never done anything like that. And she just did. She just does things without telling me.
It screws and
Yeah.
like.
Oh, I know.
You
Do
unplug
you know
it.
what I had to do once? Replace the power cable for a dryer.
That's what.
That's what I-
That's exactly what we did.
And you know what? It really wasn't that hard, although I almost died.
You didn't shut the power off first, did you?
Well, no, no, I did not. And the thing is that there may have been a little, and I went, I can turn the power off. Thankfully, all is well. But I did it, and nobody else had to experience that.
And you know, lucky for you, your washer is right by your breaker box.
Exactly.
So you just turned
two
around
steps.
and were like, "Oh, no big deal."
Which one is it here? Oh,
I would have had to like fucking walk through the other end of my house, and that's like, you know, stupid.
That 240 would have lit you up too. Wouldn't have felt very
Oh,
good.
no.
no.
Been tangling.
Fucking expert over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I am the electrician.
You are. You are.
That's
Ask
me.
me about pepperoni pizzas and I got you. I'm an expert at that.
How many
Just
pepperoni?
pepperonis?
How many pepperonis go on a small 12-inch thin at Monocles?
12-inch then? Well, it depends. You want extra pepperoni or
Regular pepperoni.
Yeah, just as it comes.
Standard.
It is 21 now.
Now,
21?
Oh, it's 21. Wow.
Oh.
What are the rows? What are the rows?
I normally do 2 rows of 6 and 5s, and then fill
Yeah.
gaps.
That's how we did it back at the Monocles. We'd be like, all right, 4 rows of 4, 2 rows of 5 for a large. It's probably more now
Well,
since you just.
To up
Which-
the ante, Matt, if you want to make delicious sub sandwiches, I've got you beat, sir.
We do that at Monocles too.
Yeah, but not as good as Penn Station.
Probably not.
I got you.
They're whipping out the restaurant dish right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting into this competition because it's not fair.
Didn't you work at Subway?
I worked at Subway. I've worked at McDonald's. I've
Monocles.
done a lot, Monocles as well.
Pizza Hut.
No, I never worked at
You
Pizza
never-
Hut. Fuck that place.
I worked at Chico's East off Michigan.
Who's
Ooh, buddy, I was just there the other day, brother.
Nice.
Fuck that
Lou
too.
Malnati's is
Also,
better.
It was awful.
Lou Malnati's is better, but
Pretty
man,
much, if it's a restaurant that existed in Houston, you've almost worked at it,
yeah,
or knew somebody that worked there.
Yeah,
That almost pretty much
so
included that you would almost work there too because you just hung out there so much.
yeah, that's true.
You just
That
weren't
is
on the
really
payroll.
true. Food life is weird though. Like McDonald's, man, I worked there for fucking 4 years total.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that, dude. It made me really hate corporations and see like what America really is. Like it opens it up because as a kid you're exposed to it a little bit, and then I quit. You were there when I quit.
Yeah.
They fucking fucked me on Valentine's Day, and we played a show in our basement and scared some chicks away.
Yeah, we did. Oh my
True
god.
story. We didn't have any PA at all, so we just screamed the lyrics
Yeah.
at them. It
course.
was fucking hysterical.
Of course.
You know
We record. Dude, there's a cassette tape somewhere.
what?
Remember that? We actually recorded that.
No
Not that one, but like the
Oh.
practice leading up to it. We put the tape deck or a tape player.
Yeah.
Like up at the top of the stairs, and we hit record. We ran downstairs and played and screamed at the top of our lungs. All of us, just to make sure it was heard.
Oh, that's
And it's funny because
awesome.
the drummer couldn't, Mason, he couldn't, like, he didn't know the drum fills.
Silence.
So, like, he would stop, and we would all stop. And we would jump right back in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of the OGs. Since 3 is already recorded, apparently.
It is.
It is.
It actually
true.
is.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a crazy
You
thing.
watch your tone, fella.
We have a podcast
That's good
again
shit.
together. That's
we
cool.
do. We do. And it kind of, like, came from this podcast.
Yeah.
In
So,
a way.
thank
Which
you
this
for giving
podcast
us the
came
platform.
from our podcast.
It's fucking Incepticast.
Man, we are begetting all over this motherfucker. We begat, they begat, we begat again.
You know, I think it is really awesome that you guys did episode 96 together. Like you were saying, like it was cool that we got to do that, or that you guys got to do that, and because that was
Yeah, you weren't a part of
no,
it.
no.
No, you knew nothing.
But it was something that like I had wanted to do. Like I was like, man, they're not talking to each other. One's always too busy, or the other's always too busy, and it's just not happening.
It was just the phone call had to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
we were texting,
exactly.
but it wasn't
Exactly.
like fully not talking.
And I was
would
like
say.
sitting there like, man, what if I just got them both on a podcast and we just hashed it out there? But then I'm like, okay, is that too personal of a thing to do? Is that my place to do? And then you guys just did it.
Blaine and I have been scheming on how to get you guys
Yeah, we
reunited
have.
for a
Well,
long
okay,
time.
okay. So first of all, in a way, I think it was better to happen the way that it happened, because if we would have
Yeah.
done it a year ago, maybe emotions would have been a little too high. It definitely wouldn't have been recorded.
yeah,
Not at all.
Nope.
And that's not to say that things wouldn't have been okay, but because it was like,
fresh.
because it wasn't so fresh, because we can look at it in the rearview mirror and look at it objectively, hear what I had to say, hear what you had to say. Okay, it's done. It's over. That's it. I mean,
We're good at that, making up stuff. We've done it a couple
Well,
times over life because it's life, man. You have
okay.
bumps along the road.
And here's the thing.
Always my
there
fault,
was
by
never
the way,
any
just
malice.
to be clear. It was always my
Me
fault.
leaving was never any malice. And
Totally.
I do remember that weekend, because we talked maybe that Friday. It's the Friday that me and you went and saw Infinity War for the second time, and we listened to these old people react very funnily and loudly to the moments in Infinity War. And we were just like giggling. But like,
I forgot about the old people.
Like yeah, like me and you're sitting there just you with your
My monster tub of popcorn.
as per usual.
Brandon and I are munching on popcorn, and this fucking group of old people are just losing their shit. That was actually, because we'd both already seen Infinity War once, so
We've already reacted.
Yep, we've already had the highs and lows and experienced it. So we were just going there to hang out and pick out any new things that we may have missed, Easter eggs and shit like that. I had a hard time focusing on the movie because these fucking old people were so hilarious.
Good. So I mean, that's all you can really ask for is like a good movie experience.
Yeah.
That's all we ever ask for.
It's the shit that I always preach about, as long as the experience is good, I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I definitely got my money's worth as far as experience goes.
And we got to see it together. What I wanted to say, though, is that when I texted you that last time for a while, it was never goodbye. And I even told you then, this isn't goodbye. This is just a see you later for now. Things got here, and I couldn't have it there. You
Correct.
know? If you want to listen to that deep conversation, go listen to Podcastrophe 96.
It's really fucking good, and there is no video of it, though. That's very important to know.
No video, because
I
that
loved
was
your little smoke screen live stream because I was in it, like just fucking lighting you up with comments, and I was like, okay, how much longer is Nate gonna drag this out? Because you had told me you didn't tell me like the whole thing, but you did tell me that you were only gonna live stream for a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna blow this fucker up as long as I can,
keep it going,
just to drag it out a little bit longer.
Yeah, I was like, I think I can. I was telling you about my plans for Podcastrophe. I was like, I think I'm only going to do 30 minutes or whatever, and then I think it went like 43. And true story, if you want it, I have the audio. It can go to your archives of never going to get fucking heard by anybody.
Speaking of, that's on my list of things I want to talk about because you brought it up on JIC.
Yeah, we called you out, bro.
Yeah, no. You said that's a lost episode, and I was like, no, that was always meant to be bonus content.
My episode.
Yeah, or rainy day content.
Oh,
you're rainy day. You are literally the definition of rainy day content.
Thank you.
Take that however you will, sir.
I just did.
I will say that last week was an awesome rainy day content as my podcast, the Game Addicts Podcast, pretty much sat here and did nothing, and we still got good content from it.
Hell yeah.
Your guys' episode was phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah,
that was a lot of
a
fun to tune into
episode.
and listen to. And then, I wasn't, because I kind of got in on the middle of it, when I finally logged in, and then I told you guys somewhere, and they're like, I'm going to go mow or some shit. And when I finally listened to it, I didn't realize it was going to also be the Game Addicts episode. And I was like, you guys, that's so fucking brilliant. Awesome for doing that.
How many times in Mike's life has he been speechless during a deep conversation? Not very many. Not something that's charged and controversial like the conversation that we had as a group. He just sat there and was like, yep. Don't need to say anything.
Yeah, normally he has input. He said he was agreeing with
and this isn't negative to Mike, but normally he has I have to talk about this input. He'll I remember
that's a wave file for sure.
I just remember working I'm online. I'll be back on station 15, and I'd be having a conversation with Blaine or with Calvin. And fucking Mike would be on pilot, and he'd come back there, and it would be like somebody kicking down the fucking front door to tell me. Imagine a Jehovah's Witness shows up at your front door and kicks the fucker down. That was
Jesus, do you have time for it? I'm here.
Woo! Jesus, motherfucker, do you speak it?
That's the episode title.
But that was, that's
great.
I've known Mike as long as you've known Mike,
roughly,
and that's how I've always known Mike.
Maybe even longer.
Maybe. Just not as consecutive. And it's just I love Mike to death, but he's as strong-willed as anybody. And, we've all had our little piddly arguments about, opinion stuff. Yeah, I think that game's shit. Well, no. And I do the same thing, but I totally expected him to jump in there somewhere, and he just, yep, like it, love it, yee.
Like it, love it, yee. Podcastrophe now available on iTunes.
That's like Live, Laugh, Love, except for trailer parks. Like it, love it, yee.
I'm putting that on a sign for this room. I'm going to spray a thing just for you guys.
But before we get too deep in anything else, we're celebrating episode 100. Another thing that I want to celebrate is it's motherfucking Shark Week, boys.
This is a big deal for Tyler.
Yeah, this is a big fucking deal.
Sharks. I'm into sharks.
I fucking love the sharks, and I love the oceans, and probably 3 of the most important things on our planet right now are fucking bees,
Yep.
sharks,
Yep.
and the motherfucking coral reefs, and all 3 of them are not doing very well.
Correct.
So quit fucking up the oceans. I just saw an article yesterday about another bee farmer who had his entire fucking farm poisoned by somebody, like purposely. Somebody went in and fucking poisoned his hives. Somewhere in the realm of 10 to 15 million bees.
Jesus Christ.
So, like, this guy had acres and acres of hives.
That's a big dent in the community, for sure.
So, stop doing fucking dumb shit like that. All you people that think that bees aren't fucking...
Would that be considered like eco-terrorism?
Yes. Well, if it's not, it most certainly should be.
Yeah,
not
for
under
sure.
this, unfortunately, not under this administration.
Right.
That doesn't exist. But maybe
It's
things
awful.
will be righted at some point soon.
Yeah.
And you know, we'll have some
I
clarity.
mean, you know, I've preached on this show a lot about how if we could just fucking educate people a little bit better, then, you know, most of the bigotry and the fucking hatred that we have in 2019 would just go away because people are fucking educated, you know? If you're one of those people out there that disagrees with climate change, fine. You know, there's evidence supporting it both ways, and it's kind of just what side of the fence you want to lean on right now. But fucking bees are important, and anyone that disagrees is an idiot.
I want to piggyback on something you just said a second ago, though, talking about how like bigotry and stuff runs rampant in our country. I saw a meme the other day. I know it's fucking memes, but it's worth bringing up here. But it was so poignant.
They're totally fucking relevant in 2019.
Fascism is cured by reading. Racism is cured by traveling.
Yeah,
It is so fucking true, man.
absolutely.
Like, go educate yourself.
there.
Go be in someone. You know, I was thinking about that today. I live in Hammond, Indiana, and we are a community of everybody. Every culture exists in my backyard, and it's mostly peaceful. The only time we have violence is from people from Illinois coming to Gary in that area and shooting people. It has nothing to do with our community, though. And if everybody had that kind of actual community, where there was a little piece of everyone's pie in your backyard,
right.
you would appreciate things a lot more. Like, I know that I'm sure there are people that feel weird when they walk into a gas station and there's an Arab man there, and I'm just like, what's up, bro? How's it going? I need this.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter what he's doing.
It's literally
you know?
just a man or a woman standing behind a cash register.
Exactly.
What's
Telling
you?
you something. What the fuck? Who cares if it's a robot?
Here's the way to think about it too, and this is the way I'll help
I care
cure.
if it's a robot.
Why?
Because that's
Taking
an
away
that's an
from-
employment position.
But what if they're sentient?
Oh,
You never thought about that,
Oh,
motherfucker.
shit.
No.
Like, they have fucking rights too.
Like HK-47 back there,
Yeah.
holding his entire will to destroy you.
Hello, meatbag.
I was about to say meatbag.
Excited greeting. Welcome to my store, meatbag. May I interest you in some of my beef jerky?
Stellar.
Like this morning,
Fucking stellar.
I went in and I bought a roll of chew. I am getting ready to start a journey to quit
Hey,
for like
congratulations,
the
bro.
300th millionth time.
Hey, I'll support you in that journey.
But I'm gonna try. Like there was a
Are you gonna get a can of that CBD Heritage?
I don't think so because it's $28. But I am gonna get some. I think I am gonna get maybe not the iPod Shuffle vape that you have, but maybe something a little bit larger just to do in the evenings. Maybe a little nicotine too. I haven't decided. But there was an Arab man behind the counter, and I told him what I wanted. This place advertises the fucking lowest tobacco prices in town, like they all do.
Yeah.
Because they all do.
Yep. That's Indiana for you.
I'm already late for work. Like today I was late I didn't have a very good day today. So I was like, just please sell me what I want. And he's like, he mumbles something to me, facing the opposite direction of me and mumbling it. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Speak it, motherfucker. Speak it.
Let me hear you.
Yes. Look, eye contact. Talk, please. And he's like bending down, like mumbling, and he turns around and I was like, man, I've told you twice. I could not fucking understand what you said. And he holds up 2 logs of chew and he goes, 2 for 32? And I felt bad because I was a dick to this man, just trying to make some money. No, fella. No 2 for 32. And that's exactly how I said it. No, fella. No 2 for 32.
I wish you would have pat him on the head. Like, I'm
Man,
sorry,
he was like 4 feet above me because
Oh,
he was
God.
standing on one of
Oh.
those fucking pedestals on the raised countertop, you know?
I gotcha.
But I was like, he sold me my tobacco, and I put my head in shame and walked out to my truck.
Damn.
And now for the rest of my days, I will hear 2 for 32.
God damn.
My children have to eat. Well, they don't like falafel?
Oh, shit! Whew, that's spicy.
What's that from?
Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I could not remember. I was
Man.
like, what movie is that?
Or you can go to Dark Knight, Hong Kong of Flong Kong. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He says, "What's wrong with Hong Kong? Hong Kong of Flong Kong." Come on, Morgan.
Are we ever gonna get fucking live action Batman Begins? Like, let's just go around
You
the
mean
room.
Beyond?
Yes or yeah, you know what I meant. Yes or no,
Yeah,
Nate?
we need it.
Give me a second. I gotta think about this.
All right, Matt. Yay or nay?
For a long time.
Okay, Brandon.
No, we're not going to get it.
Okay,
I have an answer.
okay,
If we were to get it, it will not be through a movie. It will be through a series.
okay. Let me add to that. Will we get a 2019 rendition of animated Batman Beyond?
I'd like that.
They haven't said that, but it is something that would be lucrative for them for sure.
They could possibly do a new feature film because they do a lot of that kind of cool stuff, and they just announced the Blu-ray complete remastered
Mask of the Phantasm.
of Batman Beyond series and the movie Return of the Joker and a box
One.
set for like
Yeah.
I
$100.
didn't see that. I saw the
It's
Mask
on
of the
Amazon,
Phantasm
and
one,
it
but I
comes
didn't
with a
see
little
that.
Batman Beyond Chromie Pop.
Fuck yeah!
What if
So yeah.
What if they did Batman Beyonder, and it's like 20 years beyond Batman Beyond, and Terry McGinnis is the old man, and
He'd be 40.
You just pieced Tyler out. He's gone. He just said, I'm out.
so he'd
Done.
still be in kind of shape and can do these things.
It's okay. So here's the thing.
He'd be more help.
Did you ever watch the epilogue?
No, I
Okay,
didn't even
so-
finish the series because I was
So
a
Justice
kid.
League Unlimited had the epilogue, which was just a Batman Beyond episode set 10 years or so after the series. And it's like Terry, he's like 30 or 28 or whatever. He's going to get married to his honey. She knows his secret. Bruce is even older.
Oh
Even
shit!
more decrepit.
Bruce is like Clint Eastwood in fucking Gran Torino.
Exactly. He's like, I made you soup. It's cold now.
Man, I love old man Bruce.
I do too. Man, it's fucking great.
I liked him so much better as like that Bruce than like Dark Knight Returns Bruce, because like he's got character. He's got some like serious like crotchety character.
Well, I think kind of what made me fall in love with Batman Beyond is, you know, it's fucking Batman in the future, which is cool enough. The fucking suit is one of the coolest bat suits ever. Like, ever.
Yeah.
If not the coolest.
Well, they also kind of do this cool little like mashup of like Batman and Spider-Man. And it tells like a you know, the Batman story in a new, different way. But also to add what you said about the Dark Knight Returns characterization, read the book. He narrates himself, so he gets a lot more characterization. One of my favorite spots in the book is something that isn't said in the animated version. It's like he has the tank, his Batmobile tank, and he's like, boom.
That's the first part, right?
Is that when he's going against the New Mutants?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa! He goes, and you're like, holy shit! And he's like, rubber bullets, honest. He breaks the fourth wall and tells you,
Yeah.
like, that's just the line, rubber bullets, honest.
Wow.
I love it.
But-
He is such an old fuck. It doesn't give a shit anymore. But
I loved Batman Beyond because, like, Mask of the Phantasm is so fucking underappreciated.
I love that
Just
movie.
overall,
Absolutely.
like, could you imagine a live-action adaptation of the Phantasm that is as good as it was animated? Like, it would be a fucking Oscar winner. It would totally bankroll everything that DC wanted to do for the rest of fucking Warner Brothers and DC ever, you know? But you get to see a little bit of what he experienced in that movie come out as Old Man Bruce. Because he got burned real hard in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't really get to see that in the animated series. It's always, I'm Bruce Wayne, and I'm the knight.
I have to carry on. I've got to do this. I've got a mission. It's
But-
when he's old and he can sit down and take a minute and let all that kind of like all that darkness, you know, like just kind of rest on those shoulders. He's such an interesting character.
The Return of the Joker is probably, I think, one of the most underrated Batman films in general.
I agree.
And
I dug it
think
too.
By far, it's got the darkest scene.
The unedited version, yes.
It's got the darkest scene in any kind of I guess, animated adaptation or even.
That's when Tim Drake murders.
Tim
Spoilers. Murders, shoots him. Boom.
Nice.
And you're like, oh shit, yeah. Well, your superhero days are done.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
He's not good no more.
mental breakdown, and it is terrible.
I loved it too because it really shows you what the Joker, like the really strong points of that character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not so matter about like, you know, all the things that he does. It's how he does it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that he never just comes out and pulls a gun right to Batman's face. It's like, I'm gonna shoot you. He's like, no, he's gonna fuck your world up for years to come.
He's always gonna hit you where it fucking hurts the most.
Speaking of
Always.
Joker, what do we think about the Joaquin Phoenix?
Boo. Hard boo.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be it.
Hard boo.
In the
So
Listen.
where you're right here, I'm
no, I'm not done. I was gonna do a whole spiel.
I'm right here.
Gladiator thing.
Like Joaquin Phoenix in The Gladiator, here I am.
I'm like right here because it'll be interesting.
No, it won't.
I actually think it looks pretty cool. It's a different take.
Yeah,
And I think
it's an
it
artsy
looks- I
take.
think it looks.
But it's not a Joker movie.
No,
at
you're
all.
right.
Like,
Don't call it Joker if it's not the Joker.
Yeah.
The end. That's like literally.
I'm not gonna argue.
Hey, I'm gonna make
and
a
Joaquin,
movie.
Joaquin Phoenix looks awful. What did they do to that man? He was the Emperor of Rome.
It really reminds me of a lot of what they pulled into like with like Under the Red Hood, not like the Red Hoods, but like the earlier Red Hood stuff, and then of course that they incorporated into Batman Origins or Arkham Origins. It reminds me a lot of that. I am actually like him. I'm actually excited to see what they do because I will give anything a chance. I'm not going to crap on something just because there's some things I don't like in it. The fact that he is this weird white dude wearing fucking
Whitey tighties?
whitey tighties, you know,
That gets you going?
kind of, yeah. He's got the
You
balls
heard
to
it
merit
here,
it.
folks. Brandon is wound up.
I am a little wound up.
Are
Him
they
and his
Hanes?
fucking cleft lip. I'm like,
Here's the question though: are they Hanes or Fruit of the Loom? Because that is relevant.
It is.
It's all about Fruit of the Loom life.
I saw the trailer in IMAX and I didn't even notice it. But no, like, I'm interested. I want to see it because I want to see this character a little bit more humanized before he completely fucking loses it.
I definitely want to see it too. I just don't want to. It's tough because the last rendition of the Joker that we had was Jared Leto, and a lot of us, Blaine, myself, were excited for Jared Leto. You know, we went into it with high expectations, at least the way that you and I talked about it.
Yeah.
We had high expectations because I'm a fan of Jared Leto as an artist in any rendition. So,
but we met each other after the movie was out.
right, but we talked about
we talked about
you know.
our expectations going in. Okay.
And I'm still under the belief that the Joker that we saw in Suicide Squad was not actually the Joker. He was a copycat.
It's Jason Todd.
Yeah, that's what
it's
I'm
Jason
thinking.
Todd.
That's what
Totally.
I would love.
It makes sense. You know, I didn't dislike.
It'd be such a cool twist on things.
See, I heard a rumor that they were going to do the Return of the Joker universe, and it was going to be Tim Drake because it was a spear in the case that Ben Affleck's character looks at. Says, "Ha jokes on you," and Tim Drake is the one that uses like the spear weapon. I think would be.
So, like, everybody would expecting it to be Jason Todd, but it would be Tim Drake. That'd be different. Yeah.
I think that'd
And
be
also-
really cool.
Either way, it'd be a super cool twist on
And
things. Too
also-
bad none of it matters now.
Also also a cool like callback to that Return of the Joker movie, like you mentioned, because that's what happens to Tim Drake in that movie. He goes fucking nuts, and he's got this big smile on his face. He goes through years of therapy to become like a satellite foreman or whatever. He's working on something like, I am just an old dude that works a day in, day out job, and all of a sudden here comes Terry McGinnis. Hey, you remember being Robin?
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. You know, I didn't hate Jared Leto as the Joker. It didn't. You know, that movie overall just didn't hit enough people in the right places. You know, I'm one of the folks that enjoyed it, especially the extended cut that
It's better.
should have been like
It
the
is better.
theatrical release. But I don't know. I just the Joker is one of the most sacred characters in all of fiction
Absolutely.
ever. Like, you just don't fuck with the Joker. And you know, all the people out there that love the Dark Knight's Joker with Heath Ledger, you know, they're a lot of the people that like, as soon as they see something that's not Heath Ledger, they light their fucking torches and grab their pitchforks, you know?
I don't think he's for me at least, the pinnacle. It's a combination of Nicholson, Romero, and Ledger, obviously, but then even still...
Well, what about Jim Carrey? I mean, fucking Jim Carrey played the Joker more than he played the Riddler.
No,
Agreed.
You mean
Agreed.
Mark Hamill.
No.
No, I'm talking Jim Carrey.
We're talking about the
Batman
folly
movies.
of Batman Forever.
Okay.
When you have one of the best actors in the fucking world. Okay. You have Tommy Lee Jones.
Yep.
Playing Two-Face, and here's Joel Schumacher going, what if Two-Face were more like the Joker?
Okay.
And then here's Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face going,
and then
there's the Riddler. This fucking mental motherfucker. He's sadistic.
Yeah.
He fucks with you.
Yeah.
And all he's doing is parading around, throwing grenades, laughing.
Yeah.
And it's
both
what if
of
the Riddler
those
were more like the Joker?
both of those
thought about it
characters
like
played
that.
the Joker. They did not play Two-Face.
There is only 2 instances where Harvey Dent is Harvey Dent. The very beginning monologue,
Yep.
and at the very end when he actually speaks with Bruce, when he knows that he's Bruce, and it's right before he dies. The rest of it is like 2 Jokers versus Batman and Robin.
Weird.
I
never thought
it
about
ruins
that.
that movie for me
Yeah.
because I used to love the movie. I saw it in theaters, and I'm just like,
I did too.
That's a boner killer.
Batman Forever. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh no.
now Batman and Robin's better
No.
because it's got
I actually
Schwarzenegger.
loved all those movies, you know, because they're so nostalgic for me because I was a kid, you know, and that's when Batman was super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Joker in my mind, and I've said it many times on this show, I've said it on JIC, it's fucking Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
If you want to really wig some people out, let that man put the fucking makeup on. Please. Just do it.
At this point, I think age is his enemy to play.
Why though?
Because
Play an old Joker against an old Batman?
yeah, but
Dude.
I just immediately thought of like 95-year-old Joker and 95-year-old Batman with walkers that try to chase each
They're
other.
playing chicken. Joker's got the clown horn.
Tomorrow I'm gonna take another step and you're gonna give up, Joker.
Fucking throw this batarang. You'd be so dead right now.
They're only 3 inches from each other.
I know
at this
you'd be so
point.
knocked out right now.
At this point, Batman's still trying to not kill him. He's like,
You
we're
would be-
both 100 bats. Something's gotta give.
Oh, Joker, you'd be
But-
so concussed right now.
But I've seen that a lot on the internet, like people crying for. Oh my god, my brain just stopped. Old Batman using original Batman,
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, and you know I love that.
We
give
all
it-
do.
But give him an old Joker. Give him fucking Mark Hamill.
I mean,
at that point, you know what? As much as I agree with you, it would be an insult to not then look at Nicholson
and
because reuniting the 89.
Oh yeah. I don't disagree there
Did
either.
you know that? Okay, so I found this out more recently. That the third Tim Burton Batman movie was going to be called Batman Continues, potentially.
okay.
And he pitched it, right?
Terrible name.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
Batman Soldiers On.
That doesn't sound. That sounds way better, honestly.
Next time on Dragon Ball Batman.
It sounds so bad still,
Yeah.
but much better than continues on.
So Burton was pitching. He's like, all right, so we're going to bring Catwoman back, right?
Okay.
Because in fact, one of the original pitches was that instead of Max Schreck, it was going to be Harvey Dent, and she was going to be kissing Harvey Dent, which would cause him. But that got changed. Max Schreck happens. Robin was also supposed to be in Batman Returns.
Okay.
In fact, they hired Marlon Wayans to play Robin. He got a paycheck for it.
Okay.
And they cut him out because of too many characters. They were going to bring him back. He had his whole idea. They were going to do Scarecrow. They were going to do Two-Face. Catwoman was going to be thrown in there. You know, and it's going to be this big schmoz. And then halfway through the meeting, they're just like, you know, you don't have to make Batman. And he stops and he's like, you don't want me to make a third one, do you? And they're like, no, that's not it. No, you guys don't want me to make a third one. Fuck you. I ain't making a third one then.
I'm making James and the Giant Peach.
God, it was good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But, like, then we had Joel Schumacher and that whole thing.
Wait
But
a minute. Are you over there insulting James and the Giant
No,
Peach?
no.
Because if you are, you and I are about to have words, sir.
I love
Do you
James.
quarrel?
I will bite my thumb at thee.
You don't need to bite your thumb. I love James and the Giant.
You better
Peach.
not
Don't
it's a
quarrel,
little
sir.
creepy.
It is creepy. I
Fuck
love
yeah.
Fuck yeah, it's creepy.
It's super cool. The motherfucker's in a giant flying peach
it. The end.
with bugs. And they fight dead sharks at one point. Pirates.
And sharks
So
are so
cool.
important.
Yes.
Right back. Hey,
Fucking
Shark Week.
Week. I have at this point. Oh shit! While you guys are monologuing, I have some stuff to do on my phone. But at this point, I have 67 Shark Week shows to watch. So
Holy
continue.
shit.
Rooster Teeth is doing one this week.
I'm guessing that
Rooster
right
Teeth.
now he's
No,
going
not
and
Shark
making
Week,
sure
but they're on,
his,
it's on Discovery Channel.
I know.
Oh.
he's going through right now and making sure he's got everything ready to record. That's what you're doing? Of course you are. Makes sense.
I found this cool little tidbit.
Okay.
About Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ready for this one? So Arnold wanted to dub his own voice for the German versions of the Terminator movies, but the studio wouldn't let him. His accent is considered very rural by German standards, and it wouldn't make sense to have a death machine from the future come back in time to sound like a hillbilly. He's like, nah. And so now
His voice is considered very rural.
So now Arnold's like, hey man, how you doing? Come with me if you want to live. Like, come with me if you want to live. And the German people are like, fucking hick-ass motherfucker.
How's he big over there?
Nah,
Germans don't really like Austrians.
no. That's why they invaded.
Oh my god, yeah, you're very accurate. Now we're in a history lesson. I love it.
Dark After Dark.
Did you say German invaded
Dude,
Austria?
so...
Austria.
They were allies.
No,
You mean Belgium?
eventually.
No, they were part of the same family.
Coat of arms.
Of like the Prussian families were part of the Austrian-Hungary. That's what happened.
Russian,
in World War I.
Prussians, and
No,
Austrians?
No, World War I and World War II.
I don't know.
He's talking about World War II.
I'm just
Okay.
spouting off shit. Nah. My version of Arnold. My version of Arnold. I don't know. Like me and this one dude at work, we just started like we made him dumber and dumber, even though he's a very smart man. He's a very smart man, and he became a millionaire before he ever became a movie star.
He's a bodybuilder.
He's also big into real estate.
I hear that too, yeah.
He made his fortune in real estate, and he's a very smart dude.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the definition of the American dream.
Yes.
Like, really is. Everything they told this man, like Bill Burr, his like whole thing about Arnold Schwarzenegger says it best. Like, this is a man that his entire life he was told he couldn't do something, and he's like, "Oh fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyway." And so that's why they're like, "Well, why didn't he think that he could bang some girl in his bed after with his wife around? He's been winning for 4 decades."
Okay.
And
He
now
was
Chris
winning so
Pratt's
much he got
married to
tired
his
of
daughter.
winning.
He was-
I get it. Like someone else we knows. Like I add like extra consonants and take them away just to make him sound even more even though he's very well spoken.
Yeah, he is.
Now and like in English as much, you know, it's funny because you hear like him talking about like for the original Terminator, like he was like he couldn't say I'll be back. He was like, nah.
There's like 20 takes of it, and that's the one they
And
chose.
he was like, well, wouldn't the machine say, I will be back? And he's like, no. You say, I'll be back.
There's no I in Austrian. Yeah, I remember. I saw an interview with him. He's like, I did like 20 takes of that, and
Yeah.
they just chose the best one, and I've never been able to replicate it.
And now Chris Pratt's married to his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Just thumping her with all that Star-Lord goodness.
Oh man, do you think they bang to the Guardians of the Galaxy music?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
The awesome mixes? Fuck yeah, I would too.
I hope she calls him Andy Dwyer.
That's weird.
Mouse rat.
Because Andy Dwyer did not have Star-Lord's body, just being real.
Hey,
In
someone
he
say
lived in London, he did.
someone
I
say
loved
that
when-
Andy Dwyer had a better body.
I loved when he
Also
came back
fair.
from the Guardians of the Galaxy shoot to Parks and Rec, and they're like, dude, you lost so much weight. What'd you do? He's like, I just stopped drinking beer.
The end.
That's it. Yeah, me too.
We all got quiet for a moment.
Pregnant pause.
I'm trying to let Dick lead the show because it's his show.
So, yeah, this is episode 100. And it would be completely remiss if we didn't reminisce.
oh,
It's like what we used to do for like 30
shit.
minutes straight.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're the kings of
Dude,
reminiscing.
Yeah.
seriously,
We-
episode 82.
That-
I can't believe we.
that's
Oh
how
no,
we-
it was around the 120s you guys started.
It was a great way to kill like 20 to 30 minutes.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
How
it
did we
was.
get
We don't
here?
have much to talk about this
I can't
week. Let's
believe
just
we
talk
made
about
it.
old times.
Anyways, I can't believe we made it to 100. I mean, Brando, you were my first guest.
First
You're the first and second.
and second.
I can't remember who the third was.
You were my
Nick,
first
Max-
and my second.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
we did.
We did the...
Well, no, so that was part of the second episode, but I'm talking like third guest.
He was on... Well, yeah, this third
Yeah.
episode was called The Year of Yeast.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So-
You're right.
so I think he was
And
on
then
there.
we got Pod Daddy over here with Sarah and Veronica on Fruits of War, episode 4. We had episode 5.
You were there for that, weren't you? Because you come up for the show with
No.
him? No?
No, he left in the
I
middle of the
left
night.
in the morning.
That's
and you guys went out to
right.
eat and
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, times.
Crazy, right?
And then episode
New
5,
Roman.
we had, I think that was Wolves with Dances, correct?
Yes. Wolves with Dan. That has the following podcast does not reflect the views of the Journey in the Comics Network.
And that featured beloved friend and guest of the show, Rollo, Richard Olovich.
Is that the only one that I had to edit?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he just started spouting off addresses and numbers for our workplace and our boss.
I remember.
And like I talked to him later on, and he was like, "Yeah, I didn't say any real numbers." He's like, everybody's like, "No, it doesn't matter."
Yeah, like just to be,
I loved listening to that playback though.
We
with
do
it.
this, outside of that, right?
It's not
Outside the
plugged
realm
in.
of our work.
Yeah, totally.
Nothing that we say or do here has any reflection. However, on the off chance that some crazy motherfucker out there is going to take what information was given, even if it was false,
And try
Fine.
to use it against y'all.
Well, and then try to actually, I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not taking that chance. At that time, we were the co-EVPs. I think that's what we called ourselves.
yeah.
And so I'm like, I got to take responsibility. I'm calling audible, and I got to bleep it. And I didn't want to, but it is what it is.
You got to do what you got to do.
And that's the only episode of this show that has been bleeped.
You gotta do what you gotta do, brother.
I loved listening to the.
You gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And
right.
then whoop. Just, man,
It's actually funnier with the bleeps.
It is. It really is. That guy was so funny, and I'd feel so terrible if I didn't bring him up on episode 100 because he was such a big part of bringing the show up.
You should play Lesbian Seagull.
Oh, I agree, man.
I'll pop
I
it up.
fucking love that song, and it was
Keep
hilarious.
reminiscing as you pull up Lesbian Seagull.
I just burped in your mic. I'm so sorry. You may want to edit that out. I don't know.
You're not even drinking.
No.
Do we even do a toast?
No, but I think that's coming.
Yeah, that's coming.
Okay.
You better
That's
hurry
what
up
I'm-
because I'm about out of beer.
I know, same here.
It's good, isn't it?
You know what? When I had it last week, I wasn't impressed. Now that I've had this much of it, I think I'm okay.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
AKA a little toasty.
Nah, not quite there, but I'm happy.
I feel you.
Where's your fucking iPod Shuffle?
Man.
It's upstairs, I think.
God damn.
He was hitting on that thing when I got here.
I was gonna say, let me rip that little rascal.
Dude, I was like, all week.
What is that?
It's like a little CBD thing.
Oh.
I was ripping on my CBD thing, and it was funny because I loaded it up, and I need a new coil, and I took a hit, and it's burnt as fuck.
Oh, burnt popcorn taste, dude.
And I'm just like, I put all that shit in there.
All right, so I got open a can of Phoenix Tears. I played this. I drank this the last time when we talked about Rollo and his passing. And I figured it'd be fitting to, not only drink this in celebration of episode 100, but to drink it in memory of Rollo. So I hope you guys don't mind germs, because I don't have another glass. I don't have several glasses, so...
Oh, are we all about to sip from the same?
Do you want me to pour another glass?
No. I mean, we all have our own beverages.
I just want a little of that. If you,
Yeah, I mean,
don't care.
I'll sippins. You first, dildo.
To Rollo.
To Rollo.
May he ever ye.
That fucking idiot.
One thing I really appreciate about this song and Rollo is the fact that it was the ballsiest thing on a live stream during a podcast to just grab a fucking guitar and
just
do
start
this.
fucking riffing.
There's no, I don't have the balls to do that, and I'm a musician. Like, that's for real. I respected the hell out of that dude. So this one's for you, man. That's got a nice taste.
Damn near a year old, too.
Damn.
Matured.
That's my favorite verse also, Rollo. Which one, Rollo? Which one?
I can't get hard, I'm always soft.
Now we know which one.
I'm never hard, I'm always soft. Oh yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I remember fucking watching that live.
Same.
Because I hadn't been on the show yet.
Yeah, and then, let's see, Matt was the next guest. Yeah, you were episode, I think, 6?
No. That was Colors.
Yeah, because I was with Nick again. And so you were episode
7 was House Catastrophe.
House Catastrophe.
I think he was 8. He's not that fast.
Yeah, he's just not that fast.
He's not that fast.
I miss that series, man. I miss those videos.
Tell my brown friend to move back.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying.
Am I right about that?
It's like 7 or 8.
Good. Cool.
8.
It was 8.
Dale Jr., baby.
Oh, yeah.
7 was the outside.
No, House Catastrophe, dude.
House is bitching.
This house is bitching.
Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
that's what I meant to say.
The podcasting day, which
Yeah.
we still haven't done again.
Well,
I made
last time I
plans.
tried to plan that during your shutdown, you went
Yeah.
on fucking vacation the whole time.
Yeah, Nick wasn't too happy about me going on vacation either.
But we're going to get something together soon.
Yeah.
I have some plans. We kind of want to do a little network retreat like in the early fall
Was
at some
number
point.
9 the outsider or something like that. The outside all star. That was one with my buddy Josh McKinney.
I think so, yes.
R&D department, get on it.
And then 11 was Scotomized, but I can't remember 10 for whatever reason.
The temp we needed is 10.
Oh,
Yep, right here, debut.
that's right.
The temp we needed.
My bad.
I walked into that fucking house with
Tell it.
full intention to ruin my ability to podcast forever because I attacked the medical industry and teachers right out of the gate. And no one said, you can't do that. And I've been here ever since.
I think the next,
I just keep coming
the
back.
next time you was on was a band from Wisconsin with Rachel.
Yep.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Episode 12.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only took...
That was the one where after the show, she was like, the live stream was still going, and she was like, "Oh, I need to fart so bad," and I was like, "Hey, we're still live." She's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, it only took one episode for you to be like, hey, man, you want to come back again?
Yeah.
Why, sure.
Hey, do you want to co-host?
I also think that it was very interesting how you recorded episode 11 because you sprung that on people, didn't you? It was like at a Cards Against Humanity party or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
you
had
wanted
to.
Austin
I remember
on.
that.
I had to trick. So I've been trying to get Austin Welch on the show, and I still need to get him officially on the show.
He needs to sit here.
He's gonna be
Can you
moving
trash
back
can me?
here soon ish, just for a short while before he moves back to NYC. But yeah, I kept trying to get him on the show and get him on the show and get him on the show, and he would either ghost me and not respond, or he would just it was just he just never came on. So finally, we had a party over at Scott's, and I brought my Zoom.
Paper night?
Huh?
Where I was talking about Kristen, how she rips paper when she farts pretty
Probably, yeah.
Because Austin, could not...
Yeah, that's right.
breathe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I brought my Zoom, and while we played Cards Against Humanity,
That's what it
I remember
sounds
you
like,
made the
bro.
sound effect.
Yeah. Sounds like she's fucking ripping paper every time. Man.
Oh, damn.
I love you, woman.
This is it, Rocky!
Not to take control of your show for a second, but we do have some comments if you want to
What the hell?
jump to that.
All I see is AJ, Robert Worthington, and Jennifer.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad Jennifer's watching. She hasn't watched for a while.
Jennifer, I miss you.
She lost interest in your
She
show.
says if Tyler was
Probably.
sitting dead center
She's-
in this video, I would think that's him in the back without sunglasses and a hat on.
So true. Jennifer's like, I'm so glad you and Mike are going to be on. Maybe his show will actually be interesting for once for a while. I'm like,
God
she was brutal, man.
Jennifer! We were friends once!
feels bad, man.
Hurts my feelings. And she's like, yeah, it just, I don't know. It's not so much of a astrophy anymore. It's more like a atrophy. Okay, no, I actually I made that up. She didn't say that. I thought that was a cool play.
Ugly double chin.
Welcome to the show, guys.
I do this on purpose out of disgust.
Has anybody mentioned to you that your square-edge is falling off the ceiling?
Yeah, the square edge is falling off ceiling because that can of bullshit over there does not
Do
adhere
not use
very
bullshit
well.
to,
Hey, bro.
to adhere square.
Gorilla glue, dog.
Yeah. I have Gorilla.
Yeah, but that
tape
was like
now.
$45 spray adhesive.
God!
That was $12.
Okay, that was
Thank you very much.
$12 spray
I actually
adhesive.
would not have been surprised if it was $45.
No, me neither.
Because of who
Yes.
purchased it? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
He has a complete inability to save money
Ever.
on anything.
Like, there was a time when I
Sale?
worked at...
No, sir.
There was a
No,
time...
I mean full price
Yeah,
plus.
I'll pay extra.
I'm importing
Give me
extra
the extra
fucking Kazakhstan. Fuck that shit.
There was a time, like, when I worked at Subaru, I would try and give Blaine financial advice. And, like, he pretended to listen for so long. And, like, I got to give my man props because I was like, okay, you know, like, Blaine is becoming, like, a really good friend. He's told me how he has a spending problem. He's told me how much debt he's in. And I'm like, okay, you know, whether he wants it or not, I'm going to tell my man some ways to dig himself out. And after like 3 months of it, I realized that you had not been paying attention the entire time. Which kind of hurt at first because, like, all you had to say was, hey, man, I'm good. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And at first I got, like, a little bit mad because I was like, this motherfucker, this whole time.
Wasted breaths.
I told him the way. I showed him the way, brother. I showed him the way. And then I was like, you know what? If my man wants to live in squalor because he can't stop spending $1,
Yeah.
get it, brother.
Sounds like an Alan Jackson song.
Thanks, brother. You do you, man. If you want to fucking spend yourself into oblivion, fucking spend it.
I've been doing good.
You know
He
how
bought
they
Oblivion again on PC.
you know how they say send
I
it?
can't
Fucking
play it.
spend it. Why?
Because I refused to use a keyboard.
Okay.
It was free. It was free when I got it.
You can't hook up like an Xbox One
I
controller?
tried. It doesn't have controller support.
No, it doesn't have controller
What?
support. No. In fact, some of the support.
Why refuse to use a keyboard?
WASD,
keyboard.
my man.
I don't like
Did you see
doing
that piece of shit he has there?
It takes practice.
It's a
but
good
once you
keyboard.
get done with it,
He
it's
paid
just better.
$700 for that keyboard. That mini
You're
fridge.
such a trooper.
You need to get yourself a keyboard that clackety clacks like Commander Keyboard.
That mini
Here's the
fridge.
Andy.
That mini fridge. He bought off O.J. Simpson. 1995.
Close.
That's in dollars.
H.H. Gregg.
In the back of the fucking Bronco is like, dude, I got something here. There's a little bit of blood stain on the very bottom of
There's a
it.
hand in the back of it.
It's in the
Blaine
freezer
only shops
section.
at Best Buy where they charge full price for everything.
That was H.H. Gregg.
Greg. I never understood the two H's without periods. What the fuck are you there for? Greg, where'd you buy that TV?
Oh,
Greg.
I got rid of my can.
That's why they went out of business.
Can you hit me with a pep? Nick,
Like,
can
why
you
do
hit
you
me with
sit-
a pep?
Why do you say the letters HH and not just spell the rest of it? It's all one word.
What if you're like an oil tycoon?
Pour up there. Doesn't matter.
Well, because then you'd have your own like
Thanks, Nate.
nighttime soap opera like in the 80s. Who shot JR? J.R. Ewing.
When they tried to bring that show back
A couple years ago,
6 or 7 years ago, I started to watch
it
it.
Dallas?
It was Dallas. I started to watch it and I was like, wow, people watch this shit. And it couldn't have been better than it is now. And I quit watching it. Because I don't do soaps. And Dallas is a soap.
It is a soap.
It's a soap.
But it's a nighttime soap. There's
I used
a
to
difference.
watch Days of Our Lives with my dad.
I had
This is a
respect
great
for your dad.
opportunity for me to go piss.
You know what?
Well,
okay.
be careful because it's flooded in there.
Should I
told
go
you.
upstairs?
No, because cats might come down.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's not that bad
When
right
I was, growing
I
up
left
on
the
the
light
farm
on so
in the
someone
summers,
didn't die unless he turned it off.
Nope.
It's on.
My grandpa and my uncle would come in from the farm, and they would eat lunch at noon and watch Bold and Beautiful with my grandma.
Fuck yeah.
And there's this one chick in that show. She is the biggest fucking whore that's ever whored.
Fucking
Not
American.
only did she move in and start banging this old white-haired motherfucker,
That's fucking American dream.
who is this fashion tycoon.
Yeah.
Like, she married him, took
Preach
the
it.
business, and then started banging his son.
Preach it.
and then married him. And then got with the other brother.
Hook me up with one of them jobs.
Not only did she get with his real brother, she got with his half brother.
Fuck yeah, I'll fuck them all.
And then her son with the first with daddy.
With daddy.
We lost Jennifer.
Yeah.
She's not watching anymore.
Jennifer.
All right, so the son with the first daddy, he got married to
With
this
the
one
first daddy.
with the dad.
Oh man.
You know, fashion daddy.
Yeah, fashion daddy.
So she had a son with him, and then he got married to this one girl, who then started dating this other guy, and that whore, just to fuck her over, got with her guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, her legs do not.
I'm telling you,
no,
man,
they don't shut.
That's a fucking American dream. What's it say on this shirt?
America!
It's my fucking heritage.
Heritage.
The thing is, the moral of the story is, there are no limits or caps to the amount of success that you can have. And if you're at that level of success, you can fucking marry whoever the fuck you want.
Yeah, well, you should be able to marry whoever you want anyway.
And I agree. Whether that's the daddy, the son, the other son, the half son,
Both of them.
both, all of them. What's funny is that they recasted one of the sons. Eventually, he was on the show for like 20 years, and he's like, "I'm done with this shit. I'm retiring. I'm gonna go play in my blues band." And then. And then they were like, okay, well, because here I'm thinking, you know, I don't even watch this shit, but I'm thinking, oh, okay, he was like him and her, they were like a constant thing, you know, are they on, are they off?
Dude, how do you not watch this shit? You know so much about it, though.
Grandpa and uncle, man.
This is multiple seasons.
Now here's the thing, okay, so there aren't seasons. It's every fucking day.
It just
That's
never
the thing.
stops,
It never
man.
fucking
It never
stops.
stops.
You know, and it was like about 7 years ago. Like one summer, I was off of work and I saw it. I'm like, holy shit, I remember this shit. She's still a whore. And then I'm just like, I'm Wikipediaing this shit. And I'm gonna look stuff up. I pulled a Blaine, and then I just like, I went down a spiral, and I read the whole damn history.
We're
I'm
gonna
like,
get to it.
what?
Something much more important just came up.
Well, it's not more important. It's just important. Brandon's in his diatribe right now.
Dire news.
Let Nate come back. Let Nate come back.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let
here's
Nate
the thing.
come back.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
You're right.
so to wrap it up, they recasted the longtime dude.
No.
And I'm just like, dude, if you're on the show for 20 years and you leave, you should be like, you know how they always die and come back?
Right.
You should stay dead at that point. There are characters who don't have that longevity who die.
Esteban, you were dead. I know.
He's like, no, I just got in a car wreck, lost half my vision, and now I'm peddling guitars on late night television. Look at Esteban.
I found the fountain of youth. It was at a Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Fucking soaps. Fucking soaps, man.
Fuck Chipotle. It's awful and it kills people. Botulism.
I love Chipotle.
It's awful. They don't wash their hands. They shit and it's all over their hands. And then they make your food.
I watched it.
No.
I watched it.
No, I don't make food.
I don't make food.
I do shit, though.
Nate, get back here. Important news.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
Did you die?
Late breaking news.
I just had to take 5, guys. I'm so sorry. My brain meats are hurting.
So, Jennifer
your brain
comments.
I know I hate it.
Ah!
I'm just
Back to
kidding.
the mic.
I'm just kidding. I like your brain meat.
Jennifer comments. Did you guys tell Tyler about Tiffany hitting Matt Milliken up?
Baby girl. Baby girl.
Panda.
So apparently, okay, so I actually got misconstrued and
He's finding out now.
misinformation
Just now.
about this.
This is new.
Because I thought she hit Joe up,
Oh.
but it turns out it was.
Hey, Joe.
Well, it was even funnier.
You want to get another crack at this ass? Come on, get you some.
Okay, so apparently she hit Matt up.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
on what?
Go ahead.
I got flaming hot Cheetos and lube.
Dude, she did not hit me.
Do you want?
I don't even know who the fuck was.
Coworker Matt.
You want some Oreos and lube? I got
Oreo
Oreo
stuff.
flavored lube.
Pretty sure your last name is Wilcox, bro.
Remember that day?
Okay, good.
Remember that day you and I walked up to her and she was shoveling flaming hot Cheetos into her mouth as fast. I think you were with us too. As fast as she could. Like I have to demonstrate for the people watching.
Ghost hunt, man?
Like, not only could I hear the wind resistance of her hand, but like she was making sounds too, like shoveling flaming hot Cheetos in her mouth.
And she doesn't have a lot of stamina, so she about asthma
Had an asthma attack.
attack.
Yeah. She looked up at us with Cheetos hanging out of her mouth and went, "You want them?" And there could have only been 2 fucking Cheetos left in that bag.
She once told me, she once asked me, she's like, you want some Oreos?
I was standing there.
And she had this clear plastic baggie of crushed up Oreos.
They looked like she fucking sat
Smashed
on them. Yeah.
And just like, God, I hated her.
All right, so she hit Matt up
Oh, God.
on POF.
No fucking way.
Plenty of fish.
All right.
Matt Milliken.
Yeah. Okay. So, and when I heard the story, Joe was telling it, and me and Calvin thought that she hit Joe up.
How did Joe? Did Matt tell Joe?
Matt
Okay.
told
Okay.
Joe.
Okay.
I heard some of it, but I didn't hear it.
I thought maybe Joe still had his feelers out.
No. He is actually semi-sane right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very
Is he banging Nate's sister, or is
No.
that not a thing?
Whoa.
It's not a thing
Not
anymore.
banging my
No.
sister.
Not your sister.
You know what? He has made some smart decisions.
He's made a vow of celibacy.
We're gonna have to get to that because I want to hear more.
Okay, so
Do you
so
wanna
she hits
hear
Matt
more?
up, and then she goes, "Hey, didn't we used to work together?" That was her opening line.
What did Matt say?
I don't know what anything because I haven't heard the story with from Matt.
Okay.
Because when Joe was telling it, he made it for some random reason. Me and Calvin thought that she messaged Joe on POF, so and we thought her opening line to Joe was, "Did we used to work together?"
No.
And I'm like, that's something you say to somebody you met out here, like in passing, not somebody that you fucked.
And then took their seed.
No.
And they had no choice in the matter. They were like, "No, I don't want to blow on you." And she goes, "You're gonna fucking blow on me right now."
She was, okay, so she was on
What?
top.
Okay.
This is all information from Joe.
Okay,
All right, I'm gonna add to you as you tell it.
Man,
okay?
I'm learning some shit today.
They were doing some very, very evil things.
She's riding him like Seabiscuit. She's spelling coconut with her hips.
Oh, I got you,
Yeah.
bro.
See.
Coco.
He's sucking on that dead ass toe.
See? Oh yeah, he's licking the dead.
She
toe.
has a dead toe.
What?
She has a dead toe.
No,
Like
no,
it was
he really
crushed by
licked
an
the
elephant.
dead toe, though?
No, we don't. We're
Oh,
just saying
she
that.
Shoes had to be put outside because it made the animal sick.
Yeah, she told us that
She got kicked out of her parents' house because her feet stank so bad.
the toe made the fucking animal sick.
That's what killed 10 million bees.
She hasn't been allowed near a fucking apple orchard in a decade.
Oh, my God.
So she's riding him like
Riding him.
Seabiscuit.
Cowgirl style, not reverse, because Joe would have died.
Why do I hear Muse Knights of Sidonia in my head?
You're not wrong. He's not wrong. That was plain. It had to have been.
Yep, that had to have been.
It had to have been.
It's definitely
It was
Knights
either
of
that or
Sidonia.
Dream Theater. One
Yeah,
of the two.
it's definitely or Dream Theater for
We're
sure.
taking
yeah,
some
yeah.
liberties with this story, and it was definitely Knights of Sidonia.
No, hey, it's not liberties. This is creative control.
Creative control. Yes.
This
Creative
is what
liberties.
really happened.
Creative
This
liberties.
is my reality. This is what happened.
So she's riding him. She's riding him. And
Riding
he's
him real good.
And he's like, oh shit. Oh shit. The
It's time.
I'm getting
It's
close.
time. I'm getting close. Hey, you need to get off of me. What does she do?
No.
Well, I remember the way when it was told to me, he was like, she said no, and I was like, well, how did she do it? She go, no.
And she, okay, no shit. I'm gonna demonstrate.
No.
Go on, Blaine.
I'm fucking terrified. Oh my God, this is great.
No.
Oh shit!
This
nice
girl
catch.
straight held our man Joe down against his will
And took it.
during climax. Got all the baby batter. Got all that meat juice. all of that.
All that
fucking-
baby gravy.
all the baby gravy.
All of that Underpants Galactica.
What?
All of them young swim lesson children. All of them. All of them.
Them toothless fucks.
So how long ago did they do it?
It's
It's been a couple years.
couple years
so
at this point.
she didn't have a kid though.
No.
No.
But there was a scare.
There was a scare.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Shit.
That was a big deal.
So
that was right. Okay, so that was right when I started at Subaru. So like week 2, I started getting this, and I got the story like week 2, and I was like,
oh my god,
shit.
yeah, it got real.
Because at that time, I thought Blaine was a douche. Really, the only person I liked to talk to was like Brandon and Calvin. Because like the first couple days that I worked there, I worked with Brandon almost specifically.
And I was over on a completely different line.
Mm-hmm. He was on Beeline a
You're
lot.
getting farmed out. Right?
I was getting farmed out.
And it's like towards the end of like my first couple days, Brandon's like, so what do you like to do for fun? And I was like, well, I like to play video games. And, you know, of course, he immediately perked up and he's like, well, what video games do you like? And the first one I said was Mass Effect.
Oh,
And
you guys were brothers.
I mean, I dropped the mic right out of the gate, you know?
Did he get down on his knees, or did you, or how did that go?
I think we both got down on our
it was
knees, so it was
awkward.
a
It was a
little bit
mutual
weird at
thing,
first.
yes.
Like we didn't really know how to articulate it.
Well, it's like we both got down and we both saw each other and went,
But then, like that following week, I started working with Blaine, and I also started working with Joe a lot. Like all day long. I was with Joe.
That was also the week I started working with Tiffany.
Mm-hmm. So he was with Tiffany. He was in a bad mood.
Getting
and
that side of the story.
Yeah. Towards the end of the day, I was like working with Blaine, and he's like, "Okay, you got to do this." And I was like,
I was training him.
I know how to do it, Blaine. Or I didn't even say your name. I know how to do it. And he's like, "Okay." And I was like, "Are you gonna stand back and watch and check everything?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he just did this the whole time.
Yeah, I'm a very laid back trainer. If he says he knows what he's doing, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he did not look at one thing that I did. And
He'd already been training for a while, so I'm like, he probably knows what he's doing.
And like that was realistically my first experience of Blaine. And I was like, in my mind, I'm a very, very judgmental person. So if you don't make a good impression on me right out of the gate, it's gonna take me a while to warm up to you. And in my mind, I was like, this guy is a fucking douche canoe. And then, you know, look at this friendship that has blossomed out of it.
Hell yeah.
But,
Best man at my
turns
wedding.
out he was a douche kayak.
I mean, he's still a douche. He's still I wasn't wrong, but you know.
I do need to say this really quick before I forget. This is the first time the four of us have been in the same room together. Sorry, Matt, I don't know. Were you at the wedding or not? I can't remember. You didn't get to go.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just the wedding.
Since the wedding, yeah. So I just want to...
That's why I called it the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
Also, but yeah, so like I was getting the Tiffany story from Joe and Calvin, and Blaine was getting it from Tiffany, which was weird. Like Tiffany, the panda, if you will, was like so infatuated with Joe.
Do you have a picture of this person so I can visualize?
Blaine might be able to pull her up. I am blocked by her, so I can't.
Oh, really?
I might be.
Yeah,
I
she
might be
blocked
blocked
me.
by her as well. I'm not even gonna try.
Okay.
But like
R&D's on it.
Like Blaine and Brandon and I would be having like our little like
Powwow.
in between break powwows, and like she would walk up and just stand there and like not say anything, but she would like
Have you seen the
bounce.
movie Trolls?
Yeah.
She's Bridget from Trolls.
She's a Bergen.
Oh, no.
Straight
She's
up.
Bridget the Bergen. Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
No, you're gonna see her and you're gonna be like, wow,
Oh, yeah.
she is.
Oh, no.
No, I remember my.
Oh, no.
I've told my first conversation with her on the show, haven't I?
Yes. The Blaine Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blaine Street. There's a Blaine Street in Rensselaer. Cool. This is literally the first conversation. Cool. Yeah, my sister lives over by there. That's really cool, Tiffany. I was making it very clear I did not give a shit.
And this is part of the reason why I thought Blaine was a douche, because in the beginning he wouldn't really talk to me.
I don't talk to anybody. I'm a hard.
Except me. Once we.
Yeah, once you
blossomed.
broke down.
Mm-hmm.
Once I bro down with you, it's over. I'm gonna talk to you like all quarter, hopefully.
Until you're tired of it.
I need
I'm
to go
tired
back
of
in
it.
the story a second because I do remember something I want to say. I've never climaxed from a lady on top, and I've had some of the best sex that you guys could probably ever talk about. So
I have to be if we're
it's just
talking
a thing for me. Yeah,
if we're talking about
it's very hard for me in that regard.
if we're talking about lady on top climaxing,
Yeah.
like that is the quickest way for me to climax in
Really?
about 2 pumps.
Honestly,
Like not
Honestly,
only
yeah.
like not only is that my favorite porn, like POV woman on top, but
Okay.
like I have jacked off to so much POV on top porn that if I'm banging somebody on top, it's gonna be a quick night.
yeah,
Like I have conditioned
Honestly,
myself that way.
I get there pretty quick.
It's so fucking great. Like there's so many activities.
But when I'm in control, I can go for fucking
What in the fuck is that?
That's the Bergen. That's the panda, bro.
So she tells me her
Show
sister
Matt.
lives
Show
near
Matt so he knows.
her sister lives near Blaine Street. I'm like, that's cool. I really don't give a shit, and I don't want to talk to you. I've heard so much about you, and I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah.
So she keeps going. You've heard the story, haven't you?
Yeah, it was on your first show, right?
Well, we talked about it on my first entrance too.
Yes.
But keep going, Blake.
Yes, please do.
People
No,
that
she
may-
didn't say her sister. She said her nieces and nephews.
My nieces and nephews live on Blaine Street.
And then I was like, that's cool. She's like, I'd have more nieces and nephews if my sister hadn't had 6 abortions.
6 abortions, bro. 6.
What?
Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs.
Hitting me that.
Abortions.
Hitting me with that.
No.
And then she had
God,
the
look at that waveform.
And then she married a guy after a month,
Yep,
of knowing him.
1 month.
And we got the glorious story of he apparently bought a couple lawnmowers and decided, and he
was gonna race them.
He was gonna do a lawnmower,
yes.
a
Lawnmower derby.
destruction derby.
Remember, he
And
got in the bad
Lawnmower
car accident.
Thunderdome.
Yep, Lawnmower Thunderdome.
Episode 13 or 14, right? Something
No,
like that.
that's way later.
It's like
episode 30 something.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
She was gonna get in. Her husband got in a car accident,
He's looking.
and then that's where they fell in love.
PSA: semen can get you pregnant.
What episode is that?
37.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god!
remembered. That's good.
I was inside of you.
Is this Joe's life story, like, on your podcast titles?
47. Riding mower Thunderdome.
47.
Wow, deep
And then-
in.
Yeah, because we told that at Joe's.
49, which is misnumbered. It's not numbered, by the way.
Yeah.
You have a mistake. Red box down by Dollar General.
That's
That
a
was-
Rollo.
That was a Rollo one. That was a good Rollo one.
God, that was a good episode.
And then we had Alex. Alex and Rollo.
And then we had we had Rollo, Alex, and then Alex and Rollo together, which was fucking
That
great.
story was amazing because he was like hitting on her, and then you guys set it up where he didn't know she was going to be on the show, and it was a gag. I love it. Absolutely.
yes.
Fucking brilliant.
Just like we set it up to be on the show without him.
I fucking love it. It was brilliant. This
Point
is
is,
me
the rumble
giving
strip.
this me coming down for a 100 is me giving my 30% of podcasting to you.
Fuck yeah.
So it was. I'm glad to be
And
here.
you know, me inviting you like a month or two ago was like my 30% of getting you here.
Like 6 months ago, like we were talking and we're like, what are we gonna do for episode 100?
Well, it's tough because we live stream on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. What can you do big on Tuesday? And I was like, we don't need to do anything big. Maybe we can get some big guests, but we don't need to do anything big. We can just do a regular ass show with some awesome fucking guests.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we talked about like getting you down, getting Brandon on, maybe getting some people on that we've never been able to get on, and then it evolved into why don't we try and get Nate and Brandon on together? That would be cool. And then you know if they hash out their shit, that's all on them. You know, we'll just sit back and
Yeah.
do our thing.
No, but it's a very big deal to have both of you here because you both got me into podcasting.
Amen. Yeah.
And
You were
me.
my first guest.
You were on my show as
I was
one
on
of
your
our
show.
earliest guests with
Yeah,
him.
yeah. For the very first metal cast.
Yep.
That was recorded in my old game room, which is now my child's room.
Dear Diary Mood Apathetic Blaine.
Yeah. With one microphone because the whole my
Yeah.
computer wasn't able to do multi.
Which is hilarious because I brought my first interface.
Well, and see, it worked, but
The
slowly.
Tascam?
No, even
No.
before that.
It's an M Audio like fast track. It's a one mic interface.
Oh.
It actually worked.
So
But
so Torres and I were sharing the mic for that, and he had the
I had
other mic.
that one, and then I had to just use my audio because it worked, but as the podcast went on, it slowly got more disjointed with mine.
Oh, no.
To where at first, as I heard it, I'm like, okay, it's only like a little bit, so I can just move it over. And then it got worse.
That interface
Where-
is sitting behind you in that closet.
Oh. Hey, Interface, how's it going?
Anyway, so you know that was the first show that you were ever on, Blaine, and then of course we did Middlecast 2, the debut album.
Yeah.
After-
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Crowdfunded edition.
The crowdfunded
Yep.
edition. That was after we did 50 of JIC,
Which premiered
which
later.
had the most people.
I can't believe we put that together.
I can't believe we pulled it off, even though it was like Like that episode was the most they're the most not fun episode to do.
Because
you had your baby shower that day, didn't you?
Yes. There was a lot going on that day, but like we had people Skyping in from California, from Philadelphia, and we had to get everybody in this room that was hotter than fucking Hades.
Because we had to turn the air off because we thought the mics would really pick it up, which I don't think it would have fucking mattered, honestly.
No, but at the end of the day, no. Because what we did is we had them off, we were all cooking, we split the show up into two halves. These guests on this half, these guests on this half. We were playing games, we were doing random origins, doing all this shit. You were hosting, I was like co-hosting, but also running the show over here. Like just
this fucking noodle man.
Speaking of, I'm so glad you played the actual like original Random Origins.
I just put a clips thing together. I didn't
so
do it in
glad
order or anything like that.
That was so funny to listen to.
It takes you back, man.
It does. It really does.
It also makes me think about the 30% Blaine put in the first time I asked him to do anything. Because I'm like, hey man, we're going to be doing something. I need you to give me these things. And he goes, okay, cool. And he gave me the most complex fish to try to fucking say. And I'm like, you're not going to be whatever this complex fish that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. Man, that just doesn't make sense.
Complex fish.
Coelacanth.
A coelacanth?
Coelacanth.
Yeah.
He knows what it is.
So I couldn't say that shit. Sorry.
It's considered like one of the oldest living fish on the planet.
Okay.
It's a living fossil.
So he was going to be, well, what's the word again?
Coelacanth.
Coelacanth man. It doesn't really sound as cool.
Really
so I was like, fuck it, really fish man.
They are cool. Because they were thought extinct
so
until
fish
the
man,
30s.
fucking noodle man.
Noodle man.
The cowardly sword.
Yeah, they were thought extinct until 1938 when a random fisherman in India caught one in his net.
What the fuck we got going on here, Cletus? Well, I don't know, Cletus. What we got there?
Cletus and Cletus.
It's Cletus and Cletus. Indian version.
But yeah, I mean...
They're the hillbilly Indians, right?
Yes.
How would that accent go?
2 for 32. I would have... like, the first couple days that I worked... The first couple days that I worked with Brandon, he was like... You know, we had that big fire drill.
Oh, yeah.
And I was outside like, yeah, I'm a part of this group now. Yeah. And then you're like, hey, man, we have a podcast network. You should check it out. We talk about video games and stuff. And I was like, fucking amateur podcast. Like, I'm going to listen to that.
Little did you fucking know.
Little did I fucking know. I would be a part of it, and I would love it.
Man.
And I have Blaine and Brandon to thank for that.
Yeah.
Like the Butterfinger BBs of my heart.
Hey.
Ooh, I like that, yeah.
We begat.
Yeah.
We begat. They begat.
Mm-hmm.
We begot.
We begot.
You know? I get you. I see where you're coming from.
Dude, we are just fucking podcast juice all over this joint. No. Soaking it all up.
You know what
that
it is?
little fucking cervix eye just gobbling up all that podcast juice.
So back to Tiffany.
Oh,
I don't like to body shame ever.
I do.
But her, she deserves
I'm
it.
kidding, folks.
So she had a
Just myself.
She had a fupa that fucking Tyler would be like, "Hey Blaine,"
I do it to anybody that I was working with,
or he'd text me, "Hey Blaine," and I'd be like, "What?" It's prominent today.
I'd be working with somebody.
The first time he did it, I was like, "What?" He goes, "The fupa. It's prominent."
Like I'd be working with somebody, and like I have these weird. Like I have such a vivid imagination. Like I have these weird scenarios pop into my head. So before I get to the Tiffany one, I'll tell a quick one that happened yesterday. Towards the end of the day at work, I was cutting some cable, fabbing some stuff up, and like I just happened to like 180, like about face, and look at a person that I work with. And we have a running joke where I work that this young man is porking this older woman that works for our company. She's a big gal. You know, she's got enough white rain in her hair to fucking suffocate somebody. Like, this is a running joke. And I turned around and I looked at him. He didn't look at me, I just looked at him. And in my mind, I played out this scenario. This young man on a mountaintop overlooking fucking Gatlinburg, Tennessee. He's got his leg up on the overlook guardrail.
Yeah.
One hand on the fucking shoulder of this lady. Just plowing her. He's got a fucking...
That's a good position, too.
He's got a American flag bandana on. She's wearing a fucking wife beater, no bra. Fucking, her tits are just flying everywhere.
In the wind.
Kapow!
In the
Clapping.
wind. An eagle screeches in the background, and he just takes a Mountain Dew and just fucking downs it.
That's astounding.
It's astounding. Like, that whole scenario played out in my head in a fraction of a fucking second.
Totally.
So I'm working at the monotonous job of Subaru, and I just glance up at the perfect time
It's just there.
as the Panda pivots, and I see the Fupa
gosh.
in all of its glory. And the only thing that came to my mind,
I saw it.
was wow, that fucker's prominent.
I had a really weird theory about the Fupa. So, as we know, she accepted Joe's seed.
all of it.
All of it.
She gonna take that seed.
And then she had the scare.
Oh yeah,
She had the scare.
the scare of 2018.
But nothing came of it. So
It
I
was
started
just
thinking.
acid reflux.
Which you gotta remember, at my previous job, I worked with a lady.
that's fucking
I worked with a
amazing.
girl who was my age who, full-term pregnancy, did not know she was pregnant. Went to the went to the emergency room because she had to poop real bad, and it ended up being a baby. so when the Tiffany scare was going on, I was like, wow, that's 2 jobs in a row that I'm gonna fucking experience this shit. Because she took that seed.
So I had this theory. I was like, okay, so she has all these asthma attacks, constantly trips over shit.
Preach it.
She should be extinct like the panda.
Panda.
Like the pandas.
Natural selection.
Natural
Don't
selection.
give a fuck about the panda.
Nature is trying to kill it, but it's not happening.
It's just too strong. It's got too much power.
They think about this.
They're later like.
So my theory was the Fupa was sentient. The Fupa was
God.
taking in the seed. Well, I guess her
It was deriving power from the seed.
her uterus was taking the seed and making a fetus, and the Fupa was absorbing the fetus to gain power.
Yep.
It was Krang. Just by the look of it, it was fucking Krang for sure.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
But I would be working on any station and just glance up, and I always knew where Tiffany was at because she was eating something all the time.
Obnoxiously.
Not obnoxiously. She
On the
was,
floor while you all were working?
Yeah, fucking
Isn't that a
eating-
problem?
Yeah, making noises.
Who's
having asthma attacks.
She had a bag of cough drops that wasn't actually cough drops, it was just candy.
It was candy.
It was a fucking bag
And
of
she would-
Halls, and it was just candy.
She would shove like 7 or 8 pieces of hard candy in her mouth and go, "You guys want some candy?"
I mean, she was polite. She at least always offered.
But I would glance up from wherever I was at, and I would just fucking hone in on it. And then as soon as conversation lulled or started to die down, I would spring into action.
It's
Hey
prominent.
man, what's up? It's prominent today. And then they would have to look at it. They could not fucking help themselves.
He is not lying.
Okay, so we had a job where you had to put this thing up. Super big,
Are you talking about the axe jig?
God
Okay.
damn it!
Okay, so like, there's metal, and these screws are all rusty, they're all old, and she can't keep her mouth shut.
No,
this.
she would always have her tongue out when she was working.
Yeah. So then she went. Zzz. I'm like,
What are you doing?
"Are you okay?" She goes, "Got a savings in my mouth." I'm like, "Well, maybe if you shut your mouth, you wouldn't have that issue."
So this is what she would do. This is her counteraction.
And hold her breath. She was a total mouth breather, bro.
And she got the metal shavings in her mouth. She goes, "Yeah, I know. I got sealer in my mouth once too. Wasn't the white stuff I wanted."
Oh my god!
And I went, "Ah!"
I don't know how many times she hit her head on a car.
Oh man.
She started having to wear a bump cap. Well, no, that was because Cameron shut a hatch on her.
Yep.
Oh, and then
Because
and then
she
had-
walked.
yeah.
She walked underneath it.
Yep.
And then she couldn't remember getting hit.
I'm
She
blacked
said-
out.
She said he was a danger. Cameron was a danger.
I'm gonna leave behind the green screen for a minute, and I'm gonna walk in as Tiffany. So just proceed.
I used to get
gonna
to see
do it
this
at random.
as he walked down the hallway, and it was my entertainment for the day. It was great. It was great.
Hey, speaking of guests on Podcastrophe, how's that fucker doing?
Say what?
Cameron.
He's I don't know. He's been on second shift for a while. He's doing his own thing. He's got a girlfriend. I know that much.
Look at him.
People have complained about him being too obsessed with the girlfriend, you know, which is okay. He's young. He's 21.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
this?
super ready.
I mean, it's going to be random. There's no knowing when he's going to come in. I don't know.
You look like fucking Mike Wazowski, bro.
Like, the only unfortunate thing is that it wasn't a long enough stride for you to be able to get the full sway of the body and the hips.
We can do a demonstration after the show.
Yes,
You can
Her
give me a
ponytail
full...
used to be like a metronome.
So not only did she have the metronome ponytail, but she had this Kentucky University, the Kentucky Wildcats, like drawstring backpack that she would wear. So that would be swaying back and forth because it was full of food. And then she had keys that she would clip to them. So as she's waddling down the hallway, which is a long, it's a good 150 yards. It's a long way down the hallway.
It takes me 10 minutes to get from where I'm at to my car if I just don't stop.
Yep, it's a pretty good distance.
Damn.
And all of us at the end of the day are walking at a pretty good pace. Because,
you want to go home.
Well, it's not even that you want to go home really bad. It's just that there's so many people leaving at the same time. You want to get to your car as fast as you can, get out of the parking lot because you got to fight 7,000 other people to get out.
Damn.
When I started, there was close to 9,000 people between both shifts. So you figure 4,500 people working at a time, and I'm sure there's a lot more now.
We have a lot of accidents out there. People get in a hurry. We had a dude that tried to wave at somebody else.
Oh God.
He's like, and this guy's a goofball. I have nothing against this guy.
Yeah, totally.
Anybody's a complete goofball. He's trying to wave at somebody with their red light, and on his bike, he's not wearing a helmet. Hit a Dodge Charger.
Oh fuck, bro.
He done fucked up.
Is he fucked up?
He fucked up. He's still out.
Oh man.
He's got broken legs, broken hips, broken head,
Holy shit.
broken nose.
He done broke it all himself.
That was Fonzie.
Mm-hmm. But she would not have any speed throughout the day, all day. And then as soon as it was time to go home, she would travel 300 fucking miles an hour down that hallway. And, you could just feel the fucking chafe going on in that pink suit. Oh, my God. You could just feel it. And the way she's waddling and that fucking ponytail's going back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth.
Kind of sloth, kind of sloth-like.
Yes.
She's moving to poop.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So right away, I keyed in on it, and I was like, man, this has got to be a thing. It's got to be. So the entire time I worked there, I imitated it. So
damn, bro.
I miss it.
I'm sorry that I can't do it anymore regularly, because it's sad to say because it's essentially me bullying her, but it got to the point where she would tell me stuff that she wouldn't tell other people.
Oh,
very similar to the Blaine Street story. She started doing that to me and not to anybody else.
Oh.
Because her and I worked together so much. And at one point, and it was Brandon too for sure.
This came up in my memories today. I shared a meme that was how many days till Halloween, how many days till Christmas. And I shared this meme. This came up in my memories today. I shared this meme because we came back from shutdown.
Okay.
And one of the, I was on Quality Gate. I was checking cars, and Tiffany. I'm on Quality Gate with Tiffany and Brandon, so sweet. I at least have half a good job, which is with Brandon. It's a really good job, fully.
It's live podcasting.
Fucking Tiffany leans over to him while they're both inside the car, and he goes, 6 months till Christmas. So this is the first day back from shutdown. Like, we haven't seen each other for 2 weeks. He's been having a good time not being around her.
Oh, totally.
Like,
So that was
Tyler
her
had just
opening
left like a
line?
month before.
I had just left
Oh.
at the
6
end of
months till
June.
Christmas.
So
Okay, here's the thing. You know me. You know me a long time.
Oh, I know
Laid-back
you a long
dude.
time.
Laid back guy.
You just... I don't know if I should just say it myself, what you said to her, or if I should let you.
You say it.
He goes... He like, she says...
6 months till Christmas.
And he just... Brandon just
stopped.
He just completely stops what he's doing, and he just... Shut up.
So her and I were working together on that job. Okay, that was a job that we worked together quite a bit. And I'm at the back of the car.
Good old 16.
Good old Station 16. I liked that job a lot. It was nice and relaxing until the Cobra showed up. And I'm doing my thing, just not talking to her. And she would talk to me the entire time. Didn't matter what time of day it was. Didn't matter what job we were on. She would at me across the car and talk. Like, I would be on Station 11, like, doing my thing, going as fast as I could, because that was one of my least favorite jobs because of how fast it was.
Totally.
You finish your job, you turn around, the car is in your dick immediately. You have no fucking lag time at all. And everything has to be perfect. Or a certain manager who is a awful fucking worthless human being is right down your neck trying to crawl up your dick and say that you're an awful person.
Oh, fuck whoever that is.
Yeah,
by the way.
she's a cunt.
Great use of the word.
So, like, she would be yelling at me across the car, like, as I shut the door. I'm looking at her closing the door. I can't hear you, Tiffany. And then, like, in the transition to the next car, she would still be talking. And it would never stop. So we're on Station 16. I get to the back of the car. We're doing our thing. She lowers the hatch and she goes, I went to a party over the weekend.
Yes! Yes!
And I said, okay, cool. Did you have fun? Yeah. We went to the next car. We're doing our thing. She lowers the hatch. She goes, yeah, it was one of them pure romance parties. And I was like, wow, those are fun. Cool. And she's looking at me like this. Slack-jawed.
Okay.
And just looking at me like Bubba Gump with his lip hanging out.
Gotcha.
And she goes, I bought a penis. And I'm standing back, making eye contact, and I went, what? I bought a penis. I bought a big dildo. and then, without saying anything else, she did this. And moved on.
Story over.
Just moved on. Done. And we went to the next car, and she wasn't saying anything, and I said, Tiffany? Did you just tell me you bought a big dildo, a big penis? And she said, yeah.
Why?
What do you say to that? And she started, like, at that point in time, like, Joe had fully kicked her to the curb.
Oh, yeah.
But you could tell, like, Joe was still, like, staring at her, and she was talking, he was talking about her all the time. He was obsessed with her.
He was obsessed about how much he hated her.
Yep, and how much she wanted him, and, like, we would be talking to Joe or as a group, and she would walk up and stand, and then we would leave, and she would follow us.
She's standing right behind him.
Yeah, like that.
And he would be like, fuck. Like,
go away!
Okay, so Joe kind of had a bad year.
Okay.
Okay.
Joe had a terrible year.
His
Dog pissed on him.
Terrible. No, okay.
You watched that?
Yeah, this is after that.
He was witness to that.
Look, I'm going to be fair to the guy.
Okay, sure.
He had a rough go of it, and he lived. He lived his life. No matter what anybody else thinks, he lived his life.
Yeah.
You can have your own opinions about what he may or may not have allegedly done.
Okay, sure.
And, okay.
No,
but
he did it because he said he did it.
Right, he told us every single story. And
So
it's just like,
you're getting it from the horse's mouth, folks. This
Yep.
ain't drama.
Yeah,
All right, so-
I think she's the one.
So one of his bigger mistakes, and one of the ones that woke him up, was Tiffany.
Baby girl.
Okay, so
Baby girl.
she falls in love with anything that
remotely bats an eye at her.
Anything that
has a roof.
climaxes inside of her.
She falls in love with anybody who has a house.
She is what we call
homosexual. She sleeps with people to get housing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because the toe is a big point of controversy for her home life. You know, it makes the animals sick. Makes the animals sick.
This was pre-Rocky, so there was no animal to get sick except for Joe.
All right, so like, you know, she was up Joe's ass all the time, and
we are terrible human beings.
She's a terrible human being.
So is Joe.
Yes.
I tried to like get her mind off of that. I'm like, you know, like he kind of had a bad year. I'm like, you can make a calendar, like a pinup girl calendar. There was like a girl a month almost, right?
It was. Yep.
She was Miss July. That's what I called her. for a lot of time, it was Miss July. Yeah, to Joe. Damn. Miss July. And I told her about all these other girls. One died.
Killed herself.
Really?
No, OD'd.
It was this weird situation.
It was the time when he was living with Rollo. And
it was involving Rollo, too.
Involving Rollo.
Oh, man.
There was a lot of different stories. We don't have to go into that.
Okay.
The importance is she felt disgusted.
Oh.
Next quarter, I went to Joe. I'm like, Joe, just to let you know, I told her, but I did it for a reason. Because if she's disgusted, maybe she'll quit. And he goes, can only be that lucky. And we just went on doing our thing. And then we stopped for a while. Probably like 45 minutes later.
Didn't we have like a big gap?
We bumped. So basically when it bumps out, it means the cars stop. We cannot move anymore.
Because there's
stops.
The line
Something's
stopped
wrong
in
up
front
ahead or behind
and the
or
cars
above, and we just stop. Well, I'm talking to Joe, just like right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's talking to me, and like per usual, he has no spatial awareness, and so he doesn't realize this. Like I'm looking right behind him like this. Now, if I'm doing this and he's talking to me, he's gonna be like,
"What the fuck is going on?"
Okay, Joe, don't do that. It's been multiple times. I do it out of pure entertainment at this point, and I'm looking right at Tiffany,
and she's just standing there.
And then finally, he stops and he looks behind him. And she goes, hey, Joe. What are you doing tomorrow night?
Doing the Sly voice, please.
And then he's
please do it.
As Tiffany?
Either one, it doesn't matter.
He's like, with Sly?
Joe's like, so she's like, hey, yo, Joe. Like, what are you doing tomorrow night? And he's like, come on, I got band practice. And then she's like, well, it's not Tuesday. First off, he didn't just, because, okay, I missed a line. She goes, what are you doing tomorrow? He's like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Why? What? Want to fuck? He's like, I got band practice. He didn't say no. He's like, I got band practice. And she's like, it's not Tuesday. Oh my God.
That's the weirdest conversation.
Wasn't I standing there for that?
You may have walked up, right?
I think I
because
walked
I'm
up
on the
right
other
after.
side going, oh my. I had just told her all that, and it went. It blinked. It was like a goldfish memory.
This man's got a penis.
Dude, like the dude quantum leaped into her body. He's like, you cannot leap until you fuck that man again.
Remember the letter? Galaxy of the Guardians?
Well, that's what prompted dances or wolves with dances.
Right. Oh man, she drove to his fucking house and left a letter, like a love letter, in his mailbox.
Before the taking of the seed or after?
This is after he was
the
like,
seed.
look, no more. I made a mistake. This was a mistake. Please go. And he started to kind of pull his. He's like, I need to stop. He's almost like a drug addict going, I've seen the error of my ways. Please, Lord Jesus.
Well, by this point, he had already been like on Plenty of Fish and Tender and all this shit. Girl after girl after girl that was just standing him up, leading him on, blah, 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 blah. Going on, like, dates with chicks that Richard would try to set him up with. Or that, like,
they both got hooked up with the same girl on POF or Tinder, and they both met her at the same bar together.
Or he would fucking, so...
Did they double team that?
No.
Oh.
Richard would find a girl, and then that girl would have a friend and then
Yep.
he'd hook him up with.
That was the friend that died.
That was one of the friends.
Oh yeah. Well, the one that died anyway.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Those
Because
one
there
of the
was
friends
a
that died.
witch. There was one that died. There was Tiffany.
There were several suicides involving Joe.
Christine was a big one.
But that
Craigslist
was
girl.
that was that's still a current thing
Oh,
too. He still hangs out with her.
God, what an idiot.
Yep.
Was that the one?
The Professor Joe's Pizza one?
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
But, like, she, like, in her love letter, she asked him to watch Galaxy of the Guardians.
Okay, so she's like, maybe we could watch Galaxy of the Guardians 2 and I won't fall asleep this time.
Jesus.
So then we were like, we got to get Future to the back.
I mean, we
were just on a
hard.
roll with like all the backwards titles.
Oh my God, we're going to Park Jurassic.
Yeah, we did all kinds of shit.
All of them, dude. We did so
Clones
many.
of the Attack.
Hey, you want to go watch that kids karate? Up knuckle.
Damn it, boy. Wowzers.
It was so
Wowie,
bad.
wowie.
We came up with so many.
It was just never ending because, like, up until she left, because she left after me, right?
Yep.
Or did she leave before me?
No, it was after. It was like September would be a year.
Yep.
That's why I thought it was funny that she was messaging Joe. Did we used to work together? I'm like, this hasn't even been a year. But it was mad. It was mad. Misinformation.
But,
Way to rein it back
I'm
in
so
there.
glad that we reminisce on the show and then we reminisce on Panda.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's been a big part of the show. It was a big part of our lives for basically a
It was,
year.
you know, it was a lot of content.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know.
A lot of laughs.
It was rough for us all because, like,
a lot of laughs, a lot of cringing.
like Brandon Blaine and I would all try and like help Joe at first too. Like they had been dealing with it a lot longer than I have. So like there's one station.
I've been dealing with it since 2013.
There's one station specifically station 14 where you're above the car, and on the platform opposite to you, you have to look at the other person. Like you either look straight down at the car or you look at the person or look out into the abyss. Like your options are very, very limited. So whoever you get on that station with you, you want it to be a good person that you like to work with.
Yeah.
Like Brandon and I didn't get to work together very much. Blaine and I, in the beginning, was quite a bit, and then that petered off.
Man, when me and you were on 14, that was some of the best podcasts we never recorded.
But it also, it made the day go by faster. We had a good time.
There was one time where we were so excited because it had been the first time in like a month or so, and we were talking, and everyone was like, "You guys are talking so loud," and we didn't even hear them.
Nope.
We were so excited.
Nope. We just fucking totally oblivious to it.
I have to
Didn't care.
restrain myself. So right now, since Teresa's back, I'm no longer writing the schedule, except she lets me write first quarter out so she can take care of other things in the morning. I have to restrain myself from working with Brandon, like putting myself with Brandon because I want to have a good conversation.
I would do it anyway.
Yeah, fuck yeah. What are you doing, bro?
But
Calvin got mad because I keep putting myself on quality first, but it's just the easiest option in terms of like, what if they need me somewhere else?
right. But I would work up there with Joe a lot. So
Yeah, you would.
in a very, very, very
Imagine now he knows more jobs now.
Wait, Joe knows more jobs?
Yeah,
Oh,
he knows
shit.
all but one job.
I thought he knew all but one job when I was there.
No, he learned the other side of that job.
No, he learned the other side.
So
Where you would be.
You became like Hitch to him.
yes, so in a very, very short amount of time, like I learned Joe's entire fucking life story. And like
And then he got a dog.
and then he got a dog.
Pissed on him.
Well, he got a dog, and I was like, he was asking me questions about how to take care of this dog, and I consider Joe a pseudo friend, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna help this guy out. I've tried to help him out, like relationship wise. He will not listen to me, so I don't give him relationship advice anymore. Like, cause I'm the type of person like with Blaine. I gave him financial advice for a long time.
To deaf ears.
To deaf ears. And I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it anymore. But I didn't get mad at him. Like, Joe would listen to what I had to say and reply back and play along and do the whole scheme and then totally ignore it. That pisses me off. Don't spit in my face. If you don't want to hear it, just say, hey, man, I don't want to hear it.
Let's talk about something else.
I'm not interested. Let's talk about something else. And he spit in my face through his fucking fractured tooth for so long that I could not handle it.
Hey, so I got an update on that, by the way.
Okay, give me an update.
He has a consultation. He can't get in for a consultation on his teeth, which is removing the teeth and getting in it partial,
Implant.
Until October.
Totally fucking bullshit.
So he tells me, guess I'm getting prescription Oakleys.
Wow. Okay. So
he shoves the mic away.
It got to the point where I started just like, I'm only going to talk to Joe about a finite amount of things. Sports, which he's not educated on, not an athlete. He's a band dude. And then it got to the point where he would just ask me like these obscure things. Like he would walk up to that station, let's talk about World War II. Oh, okay, Joe, let's talk about it. And he got this dog. And he's asking me how to take care of it and like how to potty train it. And like my family has bred animals, raised animals of every kind that you can imagine. I know how to take care of animals pretty well.
Sure, yeah.
And he's reaching out to me asking me for my advice. And he would do it in confidence with a straight face and then immediately run to someone else and be like, he doesn't fucking know what he's talking about. Ah!
Really?
Yeah, and it fucking, for a long time, it really bothered me.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Because he was trying to look big and tough.
So, Matt. Hey.
That's Waldo.
Waldo.
That's Buddy Waldo.
Matt. You came over to the house a few times. How would you describe Joe's house?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
How would you describe Joe's house? At the time, I don't know how it is now.
Probably worse.
I don't know.
Not clean.
Describe the aura, maybe scent.
Piss.
The total ambiance.
The aura it seemed very dark. And,
Yeah, not a lot of natural. All natural lighting, actually. Yeah, compact. That's good.
Yeah, the smell was that of opened spam.
Oh fuck, that's amazing.
We must go deeper. How long has this spam been opened?
At least 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Has it seen any sunlight?
21 days, folks.
Oh, that's.
Was it like opened?
So, like, picture
What-
the can.
Okay.
Picture that metal piece.
Yep.
About
Just
halfway
peeled
up,
back. Yep.
And then it sat on that countertop for 3 weeks.
Did it get any sunlight?
No, because Joe doesn't have natural light.
Your wife comments, so smelly.
Oh.
She was in there once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. And
It smelled like a combination of spam. I really dig that.
Yeah.
Foot, like athlete's foot,
Athlete's foot.
cat piss, and splooge.
Salty.
Almost Pringles can.
Oh.
I hated going over there. Like I dreaded it.
So,
Every week.
I think I only ever went there one
time, and I was going to get to there. I want you to describe your experience. What were you there for?
Okay, we came to drop off something to you guys and
Marriage
also
license.
to sign the marriage license because I had
okay.
to officially sign that. I don't remember. I think I dropped off beer for Nick again or something. It was
Okay.
something to that effect. But I had to sign their marriage license, so I go over there to do it. And like 2 minutes into being there, I've been in houses that have that kind of musty scent.
Let
but,
me set
okay.
the scene. So
Sure.
this day, the wind was so strong, it knocked power out for that entire area.
That's right. Your house was without power.
Yeah.
I do recall. Yes. So they have no power. It's like still kind of warm out.
Joe has no reason to be in his bedroom. He is walking around holding Rocky.
Okay. And then all of a sudden we hear him go, "Oh, he pissed on me."
He goes, "Oh God, Rocky!
So here's the part.
Hey,
that,
Rachel's in here.
What up, Rachel? Here's the thing that gets me. Okay.
Fuck
He's
off.
gone for like a second and he comes right back. And I'm like, "Did you shower?" And he's like, "I just changed my shirt." A dog just straight up pissed on your shoulder, bro. What are you doing?
Now, Nate, describe the color of this piss, this urine.
It was a white shirt, right?
It was a white shirt. It was a white shirt.
It was very yellow.
It was very neon yellow.
Yeah. Like,
signifying dehydration.
Yeah. Good point. Good point.
It's hard to get a dog to drink a lot of water. My dog doesn't drink that much.
Well, that dog drank very little and pissed a lot. By a lot, I mean
Piss
all
factory?
over the fucking place.
And shit.
And shit.
I was over once, right?
Yeah.
Episode 50, almost a year ago, right about a year ago.
Yep.
Okay, went over there, hanging with my buds, geeking out on some Chris Farley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
know,
did.
and then of course you start talking Farley, he starts getting all excited.
Oh, yeah.
He starts getting all riled up.
He went to live in the van down by the river?
Yeah,
Of course you did.
He's all like getting all excited, and then he knocks over one of these lights and spills the beer and hits the carpet, which activates the cat piss.
So Joe's
Beer
previous
activate.
roommate
Yes.
got kittens out of the blue, just
And then
out
just
of the,
locked him.
and then he just left them in that room.
Locked him in there.
That room is the only world those kittens knew for who knows how long.
6 months to a year for
Yeah,
sure.
6 months to
That's
a year.
crazy.
So they pissed all over that room. So that room just smelled naturally
Like cat piss.
like cat
The
piss.
closet was super bad.
Oh yeah, it was bad. Like I urine gone to the shit out of it, and it's still.
You can't get that shit out.
It wasn't
Urine's still
until.
here.
I mean, so after I really took care of it, like Miranda, like fucking, she shampooed the shit out of it.
Steam cleaned it and shit.
Steam cleaned it.
He
I
doesn't get rid
urine
of
gone
it
it again.
all the way.
You know, it was bearable. But as soon as he spilled that fucking beer, it was just.
Reactivation.
You're like, God, it smells like fucking piss in here now.
Yes.
It was like Billy Mays. But wait, there's more! Like, it was so strong, you could almost see it like a mirage in a video game, like, rising up from the fucking floor. That's just
God.
the fucking
Stench
stench
lines.
vapors.
I
Yeah.
remember when Cameron helped me move out. Like we got the heavy. He helped me do the heavy lifting out of like get all the stuff out of the house to move into here, and he's like, there is an aura of piss around Joe's door because after a certain point, Joe started keeping Rocky's crate in his room, and he didn't clean it out.
Ever.
It would just be lakes of piss on. Okay, so he also got this water resistant pad, like
Puppy pad.
puppy. It wasn't a puppy pad. It was like a bed, and it was water resistant. He thought it would be a good idea, except he didn't clean it off. There'd be shit
just
and piss
puddle
all over it,
and sit.
it just puddle and sit. Yeah,
Oh,
all
God.
day, because that dog never learned not to shit and piss in its own crate.
Damn, that's
Because
bogus.
Could not. I don't know how it is now. I cannot comment. I would hope it's better. I would hope it's better.
God hopes it better.
Especially since, he's actually gained, like, a good sensibility about himself.
How's the Cheeto Flakes?
I don't know. I have not paid attention to Joe in a while.
Does it still look like Lay's potato chips are made in his ear?
I haven't been paying attention either. However, I do want to bring something up. I channeled my inner you earlier last week.
Okay.
Okay, randomly. I don't know why, but I started doing my announcer voice where it was going to be Jesus versus Satan. Right?
Okay.
And it's like, in this corner, from Bethlehem, weighing in at 135 pounds,
Bit light, but okay.
our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And in this corner, from the depths of hell, weighing in at 435 pounds, Chris Farley. Well, how you doing there, Jesus? Yeah! Woo! Yeah, man, I tell you what, I came all the way down here from the 7th fucking level, man. And I just want to ask you, pal, what are you going to do with your life? I want to be the Lord and Savior. Well, I freaking die! You know what that's gonna get you? Just like me, living in a van down by the river Styx.
Holy shit. Oh, thank you.
So I have to say something real quick because it's awesome. It's also a little bit sad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He needed that.
I knew you would have loved that.
He's been recharged. Spiritually.
I am.
The building that Sarah works at up in Chicago is the place that Chris Farley died.
Yeah.
And she works like 2 floors above where he lived. So she went to the floor and like paid her respects and shit and said that there was like one door. Every door is the same looking door, but there's one door in that hall that's black. And she thinks that might be his.
That would make sense, yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, the Hancock building?
Yes, very good. Yeah, look at you.
R.I.P. Chris.
Word.
Greatest comedian of all time.
That was an awesome impersonation,
You mean
bro.
Herbie Hancock?
Well, see, the thing is, I've never actually did it until last year. It was the first one.
Why was Jesus only 130?
That's what I said. It's a bit light.
They don't have a lot to eat in Bethlehem.
Well, you know, when you're turning
in the Middle
water
East,
into wine and man is falling from the sky, you're living on complex carbs alone.
Also, one fish and one bread, dude. They eat light. One fish, one bread.
Every single one. I mean,
5,000
They can
people.
only eat fish temporarily. They got time frames. They got the Sabbath.
it's not really fair, but every single depiction I see of him, he's pretty famished. So I just assume maybe that's just how he rolled.
Jesus just never walked in looking like Terry Crews, is what you're saying.
No,
He's always
exactly,
been
yeah.
stacked.
No. Wowzers.
God
That is
damn.
hands down my favorite comedic character ever. Fucking Chris Farley is the man, the motivational speaker.
Oh, yeah.
It is always relevant to any story. Like, you can be doing anything and just break into that and just let it roll off of the tongue, and it will always be funny and it will always make sense. Like, if Chris Farley was alive in 2019, I would vote for that man to be fucking president.
Word.
Just for him to play that character in the fucking Oval Office.
What's funny is I always dog on the fact that Trump is always speaking right outside his helicopter, so he's got to shout.
Every day in the fucking lunchroom, we're sitting there. There's Fox News. Looks Trump's fucking talking. Why the fuck does he talk in front of his goddamn helicopter all the
There'd be
goddamn
no problem
time?
with Chris. He'd be like, "Well, you know what's up right now besides my cholesterol? Jobs."
And what do you intend to do about the marijuana, sir?
Well, you know, I like to have a little fatty myself now again, but you know, we got to take our time. We can't rush into things right there. We got to think about this logically and methodically. I mean, 11 states have done it. Some don't want to do it. It's not right to force them, but you know, change happens overnight, just as the Supreme Court.
Oh, fuck, that was awesome.
God, I'm not listening to Vader.
God, when he's fucking bent over and he's pulling his pants up and slapping his knee. Oh, man. Wow. I want to be a writer.
Have you guys watched any movies lately?
I actually...
I've got a few.
I have a few also.
So I watched 2
Okay, you can go
recently.
Fuck yeah, fuck you, Tyler, apparently.
Pet Cemetery.
first. Yep, watch that also. It's awful.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
It's awful.
And the new Hellboy.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
Was it better than Pet Sematary?
it was better than Pet Cemetery. I can't comment on the end because I ended up falling asleep. It was late at night.
Oh.
It was late at night, though.
It was late at night. David Harbour. Awesome.
Better
Awesome.
than Ron Perlman.
No.
Thank you.
David Harbour. Awesome. I love David Harbour.
I do too. I really dig him.
Did he do a bad Hellboy? Not necessarily. Not the Hellboy I wanted, but you know what? I enjoyed it.
That the Hellboy wanted.
Way to slip the band back in there. That was fucking awesome.
Not the Hellboy I wanted, but overall, he did great. I love David Harbour as Hellboy. It was so funny just to see how much he just didn't want to do anything. And there was a scene where he's fighting 3 giants, and it's just fucking hilarious. Just watching him struggle through it.
How awful was Mila Jovovich?
Barely in it.
Thank God.
Very.
That's where you and Mike would have a headbutt.
Again, I fell
He
asleep
thinks
towards
she's
the end.
like a goddess.
She's. I
Nope.
mean, she might be a goddess, but she's not a good actress.
Overall, the
Yeah.
movie was terrible, but worth the watch.
Cool. I went to get it the other night. I had a free rental at Family Video, and I went to like the Hellboy section, and all of them were gone.
Yeah.
All of them.
I just bought 4 movies used from FamilyVideo.com because on FamilyVideo.com they have used movie sales, and they're between $5 and $8.
Wow.
And
It's
if you
astounding.
and then if you go over $25, it's free shipping.
Cool.
Shit.
And one time I got a call, like the last time I ordered them. It's like, I ain't answering this shit. Probably want money.
Yep.
You know?
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, who is this? Hi, this is so-and-so from Family Video. I'm like, oh, crap. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up? She goes, and she's from the Lafayette store. I'm like,
What's up?
What's going on? She goes, I got a question about your order. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but it says the name of your city twice. Yeah, that's an autofill thing. Okay, cool. I'll get your order out to you. Awesome. Man, that should be here like in a day. Now they ship from Illinois.
Yeah, the Lafayette store called me the other day just to tell me I had a free rental.
Because they appreciate your business. So the movies I bought, Captain Marvel.
Sweet.
I almost called it Dragon Movie 3, like my kid. How to Train Your Dragon, the third one.
Nice.
Creed 2.
Cool.
Haven't seen it yet. I
It's
want
good.
to.
It's real good. Blaine and I went and saw it.
We did a review on it.
And then Incredibles 2.
Cool.
Awesome
So, got
movie.
some kid
You got,
movies
you got some solid movies.
for $26.
For
all
$26,
of
you
those.
got solid fucking movies.
I know. And when did Captain Marvel come out? Just like in June?
Yeah.
So, dude, like...
Yeah, because it was the Disney Movie Club movie of the month
'cause,
for
okay,
June.
so
Out of
take
all
it-
of those, Creed 2 is the best movie.
So take advantage. Take advantage of that if you have a local Family Video. Or just go to the website. Go to the website. Go order online. Because, they get all these movies in for people to rent. They need to get rid of a lot of them.
They have good sales in store too. Quite often.
They do. Online, it's a couple $2 cheaper because I was like, I'm going to go right down the street because I got one. And it's like, yeah, online it's $8, but here it's $12.
You know, speaking of that specific Family Video, it used to have a Marco's Pizza. Mm-hmm. That was a good pizza.
You know what? It wasn't bad.
Miranda introduced me
Marco's
to it.
It was fucking wild. There's a Marco's Pizza attached to the Family Video up by me that sells CBD. It's like on their sign, like now selling
Hell
CBD
yeah,
at Marco's
Marco.
Pizza. I'm like, fuck
All
yeah.
the Family Videos here in town sell it now too.
Fuck yeah.
It's right up,
Really?
yeah, it's right up by the cash register.
Nice.
Also, okay, so our Family Video doesn't have a porn section
That's interesting.
because they're right across the street from a church.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they are.
All the porn's over at the church.
Not the kind that he would probably like.
Probably
It's
not.
on the hidden cameras for the bathroom.
Oh,
It's not incest porn.
boy.
Come on down here, little choir boy. I'm gonna tell you about my van down by the river.
I saw a movie recently.
What'd you see? Oh, yeah.
Lion King.
Yeah, you did.
I did, too.
You
I saw
immediately
it
told me you hated
Sunday.
it.
I fucking hated it.
I did too.
Oh, I thought you were okay about it.
If I wasn't there for my wife's birthday and with her parents, I would have walked out of the theater.
That
thought-
bad,
That's what
huh?
you said.
I thought the pacing was so bad and the voice acting was even worse.
It was.
Damn.
Can I add, since
Go
you've
ahead.
already told Blaine your spiel, can I add to? So the movie one for one is almost identical to the original. They've added a few lines. They have removed a few scenes. The voice acting was atrocious. Beyonce shouldn't be a movie star. You shouldn't hype up Beyonce as a reason to go see this movie.
Yeah, I listened to JIC.
I was just getting ready to say it.
Pretty irrelevant.
Listen to JIC.
This might be a little bit controversial. To me, the movie was just filled with a bunch of really famous African American people,
Yes.
and they use that as, hey, come see the.
How did Donald Glover do? No? No?
Ooh,
Pretty
that's sad.
lackluster.
Not as good as Matthew Broderick, huh?
No.
Bummer.
He wasn't even in it for like half the movie.
Yeah.
Damn.
Matthew
Young,
Broderick.
young Simba sounded almost identical to the original.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Taylor Thomas was so much better
Nice.
myself.
It
Because
sounded
he took
very
the-
close
He
though.
took the pauses at the right time. That was
Right.
my biggest problem with the film, is it didn't let things sit
Mm-hmm.
and wait, and that left the emotion out. Everybody talks about the body language that's in the animation versus there's none in this one. That didn't really bother me. It was the pacing of the film. It felt like someone literally put it on fast forward ×2,
Yep.
and you were just like, Oh wait, we literally just had this entire conversation. Even Mufasa, who's the same actor, James Earl Jones, felt flat.
Yep.
Why couldn't they get the same actor for Scar?
They needed it.
Mm-hmm.
They needed
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah. Scar was pretty lackluster.
Okay, so the voice actor for the singing voice for young Simba from the original.
Mm-hmm.
What he only did one song in the original. I can't wait to be king.
Yeah.
He probably did part of Hakuna Matata too.
He might have, yes. Okay, so the voice actor that did the singing for that, he played young Michael Jackson in a Jackson 5 movie in the early 90s.
Right.
And if you ever listen to I Can't Wait to Be King and you don't think Jackson 5 Michael Jackson ever again, because that once I heard that, I'm like,
right.
That's discount Michael Jackson.
Discount Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, like it's pretty. The movie looks pretty for sure.
Yeah.
The movie
I mean,
visually is
they did what they set out to do, making this.
So Jon Favreau directed this, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And he did Jungle Book too.
I enjoyed the Jungle Book.
I did too.
I thought so. Everything they did well with Shere Khan. Shere Khan was intimidating and a really good villain. Scar was the exact opposite.
Well, and I think for the most part, Scar is supposed to be that way. He's not supposed to be intimidating because he's so, like, he is intimidated by Mufasa. But Jeremy Irons, when you were a kid, Scar was fucking intimidating.
So the way
Because
that
of
they
how
made,
smart he
the way
was.
that they made Scar look, because I haven't seen the film. I've only seen bits and clips and trailers. I like the way they made Scar look. Scraggly. And,
Yeah, I mean,
beat
that
up.
looks really, really
Yeah.
good. Like I said, the movie is very pretty. Animals look the way that they would look.
It's also not live action.
Right.
It's CGI.
The most realistic looking lions without balls.
Behind the scenes Lion King.
I mean, it's CGI, but it's portraying.
Andy
like-
Serkis on
Yeah,
all fours,
yeah.
just
Or real live
The,
action. All right, so we actually shot this film back in 2000 with the help of Steve Irwin. All right, we're going to make this movie with this big lion. He's a big critter out here. All right, frame your camera up right here. All right, because I'm going to dangle this meat right in front of him. We're going to get the shot just right. Otherwise, he's going to mold me too.
The meat is actually his hand.
He's like, he just gets like, oh, you're all right, mate. You're all right.
Yeah, like a beta lion would look in a pride would fucking look like that because he's either gonna get the fuck beat out of him and leave, or he's gonna stay around and just be like, "Hey, I'd like to fuck some of those lions too,
Please.
please." Can I?
Alpha's like,
I can't. I can't eat. All right, I'll just hang out. Let me know when you're done. I'm just gonna sit here and watch. Like Scar looked good. Like Timon and Pumbaa looked good.
I hated. That's where we're gonna
There were a couple times that I enjoyed it, but it's not like the whole time I was like, why does Pumbaa sound weird? Why does Timon sound weird?
It's hard the entire time to not compare it to the animation.
Yeah.
Because it is almost a shot-for-shot remake.
And the animation was perfect. The animated film, the original was perfect.
Yeah. And I mean, even though it is a stolen idea from Japan.
Kimba.
Right.
Kimba the lion. Kimba the white lion.
Yep. I remember watching that in Germany.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, I don't know, man. Okay, so all these remakes, right? I mean, you're remaking movies, animes, cartoons, TV shows, video games. You know, it's like cool. Like if you want to do a shot for shot, that's a cool tribute in some sense. But at this point, it's like you have a chance to retell this story from a different light, different perspective, a different storyteller. That's the idea of, you know, everybody says there's too many remakes in Hollywood. That's all Hollywood has been for the last century.
Yeah, since the beginning of Hollywood, that's all it's been.
Yeah, you've remade movies that the generation before you made, and you introduce new ideas. Those ideas get remade at some point. It's a cycle. It's going to happen. And so even if you know, I enjoy a remake, even if it's not as good as the original. Sometimes because I like to see a different take, and you know, other times I see the redundancy and like, why did you just make the same movie again?
Right.
You know, it's like when you like next year, Final Fantasy VII remake. I am so glad. I'm so relieved. It's not just the same game.
Right.
It's going to be different. And as a diehard fan of the original, if it sucks, it doesn't need to exist to me. It's dead to me because you know it's never going to go away.
The original.
The original.
Right.
And that's the same way with this one.
Well, and what was kind of sad going into The Lion King is I watched a 10 to 15 minute long like mini documentary from Favreau and some of his team and they were very proud on how true to the original they were. How much they talked about how much time they put in as a team studying the original. So shots were from the same camera perspective, from the same, everything was exactly the way that it was supposed to be. And I think I remember very vividly from the movie, like certain portions were removed. Like when Rafiki hits fucking baby Simba in the head, with his fucking stick.
Oh, you mean adult Simba later on?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Adult, not baby.
Like, what was that? Like, it doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Yeah, it's not there.
Okay.
Like, it's just the scene where Simba is talking to Mufasa in the afterlife. It's totally different.
So much emotion from that in the animated film. Like, you hear Matthew Broderick just like begging Mufasa to stay with him.
Yep.
Where in this one,
it's just it's like what I just did with Scar. Like, hey, don't leave. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go fight Scar.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
how
like,
it was.
So like this got brought up earlier with the Joker character and how he's so iconic, and when you take a character who means that much to so many different people, it's difficult. It doesn't matter when or who the actor is. It's going to be difficult for everybody to get behind that. It's just the same thing with Pattinson getting cast as Batman. Okay, so let's pretend that project. It's like, okay, so the dude gets it. It's the guy that did Planet of the Apes, the new trilogy, right? He gets it and he goes, we are remaking Batman '89, exactly the way it was, except you just have different actors. It
would feel cheap.
It would feel cheap. I would much rather, sit down and watch. Like, all right, here's the thing: we have different versions of Batman. Modern day James Bond. Okay, same character. Batman's the easiest character to play. He's brooding. He's either angry about his past, emotional about his past,
or angry and emotional about his past,
or doing the bat dance.
Also true.
Okay, so you have layers. Okay,
like an onion.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them stick.
Now we're appealing to our
hungry.
Shrek fan base.
And I was really stoned when I watched Shrek, and it was the best movie I've ever seen.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Like, I just remember like watching him like explain the onion scene. I'm just like, I get it, dude. And then just the fucking welcome to Doolop.
Oh God.
Box. I'm just.
All right. So
what I was saying though,
Okay.
I would much rather see this actor's portrayal of the character, just like you have different artists and different writers come onto a comic book,
I'm gonna talk about my movies too.
and then they get their chance to do what they want to do with that character. I would much rather see that than just see a retelling, because superhero movies are retellings to some extent anyway.
At least of comics.
of at least a source material. But I would much rather see what this new version is, and then place judgment on whether or not I like it. Because guess what? If I don't like it, there's other ones I do like, and there's probably going to be another one in the next 10 years that I might like.
True.
Yep.
Well said.
So I recently saw Midsummer in theaters. Really, really creepy. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
Not as scary as Hereditary, but super
Same director or writer or whatever.
same writer.
Team?
Yeah, same studio, same everything. Super creepy. Strongly urge anyone to watch it that's into that kind of shit. They are releasing a director's cut when it comes out on video that's almost 3 hours long.
We'll check it out.
So it's quite a bit of extra movie that's supposed
It's
to
almost
be,
a whole second movie.
Well, it's actually gonna raise the movie up to NC-17 from
wow.
rated R.
Wow.
So it's quite a bit of extra shit. I'm excited for that. Along the same vein, I saw the It Part 2
Trailer.
Well,
Or
I've
length.
seen that, but I saw the article today talking about how the theatrical cut of the movie will be like an hour and a half, not an hour and a half.
2 hours
like,
and 45 minutes.
Well, that's the director's cut.
I thought it was 15 minutes longer than that.
Well, what I had read was they cut almost an hour and a half from the theatrical cut to make it in the movie. So, I don't know what the official runtime is going to be, but I know they cut a shit ton from the movie that they're throwing the idea around of that ending up in the director's cut when it comes out, which I think will be incredible. I got Skylar to watch the original It like a month
I
and
still
a half
need to
ago.
watch the original It.
Well,
Tim Curry is fantastic.
Oh, Tim Curry's always fantastic.
She's never seen the original. What I meant to say was the new version. I got her to
part one.
Part one. I got her to sit down and watch that, and she loved it.
I thought it was great.
I did too. I thought it was incredible.
And I love the original. Like,
oh, I do too, for sure.
I thought it was and it was a little bit more faithful, to the source, which is cool because you have the original. If you love it, you love it. Dude, go watch it. It's great.
But Pennywise in It Part 1 is fucking great. I mean, it's not Curry, but it's still.
Oh, he did a good job though.
God, it was good. It was convincing. Like, you're this fucking interdimensional being that's fucking eating people. Like, it was great. I also saw Us.
How's that?
It is the best movie that I have seen this year.
Nice.
Better than Endgame.
Damn.
Better. It is hands down the best movie that I've seen this year. It was fantastic.
All
if
right.
you like to Get Out, you will be hard the entire time.
I need to rewatch Get Out.
I haven't even seen Get Out.
Dude,
I need to rewatch
watch
Get Out.
them. If you like the horror genre at all, Jordan Peele is the guy right now.
He gets it.
He gets it, and he's passionate about it, and he's being faithful to the genre. And some people in America are like, well, he's just using it as a character piece for black strife in America. Get past that. Just fucking ignore it. Pretend it doesn't exist, and love the movie for what it is. Because, there are twists in Us that never in a million years would I have called. And
Damn.
And normally I can call them. Perfect. The movie was perfect in every way.
Right.
Nice.
You know what I'm going to be doing this weekend?
It is. That movie made me think more than the last 25 movies that I've watched.
Shit.
Because, you get a twist in the movie, and you're like, oh, fuck. That's why that makes sense now. But then there's a twist within a twist, and it totally doesn't make sense. So then you're second-guessing everything that happened. It's just, the cast, the crew, everything is incredible. So, those are the movies that I've watched recently.
Very nice.
Got a couple actors from Black Panther, doesn't it?
Lupita Nyong'o, yeah. And
She's, oh, man.
Winston Duke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who played M'Baku.
Yep. Definitely watch the, special features after you watch Us.
Watch the special features in Alita Battle Angel. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, that was how I was gonna close. I'm jealous that you got that steelbook because I haven't got it yet.
If you want to borrow
I'm
it.
just gonna buy it.
Okay. So in an attempt to bring this home, because we need to eat some grub and some cake.
I'm stoked, yeah.
We're all still wearing our
Miranda made
pants,
some
too.
cake for episode 100.
That's sweet of her.
And she's also made us dinner. Whoop. So whoever wants to stick around, we got some stuffed taco pasta shells.
You're a stuffed taco pasta shell.
Thank you. That means I'm delicious.
Maybe. What if I hate it?
Well, that sucks for you.
Alrighty there, pal.
So one thing I want to start doing is let's start doing a suggestion of the week. What's something you suggest somebody needs to check out? Anything and everything.
Mine's the easy one. Us.
Yeah.
Watch Us or Midsummer.
Yep. Matt.
One Punch Man season 2. Watch it. It's
Rad.
really good.
Rad. Brando.
I haven't been doing anything.
Great answer.
Nice.
I need to get back on it, but
Naps.
I'm
Check
right.
out some naps.
Naps.
No, that's
I haven't even been doing that.
Damn
it's
it.
in the realm.
I definitely recommend. I've fallen in love with the storytelling at this point, but season 2 of Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. It's so different and so familiar at the same time.
Cool.
Love it.
Very nice. Nate.
Depends on which route you want to go, because I have a couple suggestions. If you like documentaries, I'm really big into that. It's one of my favorite things to do is watch real people's stories. I think it's so much more interesting than, storytelling and, retelling of superhero stories and things of that nature. But I've been watching this series called The Staircase.
Yeah.
It came out in 2005.
This is the one you told me about the other night,
Yes,
right?
yeah. So The Staircase is this guy, Michael Peterson. He and his wife are hanging out by the pool, and she goes in to go to bed, and he's out by the pool, and then he goes inside, and she's dead at the base of the stairs. And essentially, things aren't adding up that he did it, but things aren't adding up that he didn't, because
I know what you're talking about.
they're
I know what you're
making
talking about.
they're making evidence exists that doesn't really exist, and they're really trying to fuck this guy because he was talking shit on this police squad, saying they only solve 5% of reported crimes. They solve 30% of all traffic crimes, which is way higher, you know. But essentially, they find out like he has a secret life, and then like the layers peel back. This lady that he knew when he lived in Germany died under similar circumstances, so they think he did that too. And then the fucking prosecutors exhume her fucking body 17 years later. Like, it's a crazy, like, but it's not like a docudrama where they retell it. This fucking French director got access to everything happening as it was happening, and you are living in those real moments. It's
Cool.
fucking intense.
Nice.
On the flip side, if you like kind of more like inspirational type things, I recently watched on Netflix The Dawn Wall.
Yes. I told you to watch that, didn't I?
No, you didn't tell me
I
anything.
suggested
because,
it I suggested it on Facebook in general. Okay.
Because I
That was awesome.
recently watched Free Solo, and that won the Oscar for Best Documentary last year when Alex, that guy, climbed El Capitan with no ropes, 3,000 feet, you know. But this story is about this guy, Tommy, and like when he was a kid, he was climbing. Like at 6 years old, his dad was taking him up and doing all these crazy things he shouldn't have been doing. And when he was like 17, he gets invited to Kazakhstan to do this climb. They're 1,000 feet up on the mountain, and these fucking insurgents start shooting at them and force them down, and they become prisoners. And then like, so that's like part of the story. And then you go to what the Dawn Wall is, which is the same place that Alex from Free Solo climbed. There's a part of the wall where the sun hits first. They call it the Dawn Wall, but it's untraversable because there's just literally, there's not enough to even grip onto anything. He fucking makes his own path, and he and this dude climb it. Not Free Solo
He also
style.
doesn't have a finger, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he loses a finger. That's an important thing to note. He gets his finger chopped off by a saw. So he climbs it with one less finger. And it's fucking super inspirational and ridiculous.
Cool.
I love the Dawn Wall. That was a great watch.
Totally.
My recommendation, so I got a couple. I've been watching this show called Euphoria on HBO. It features Zendaya from
I've seen trailers for that.
Spider-Man: Homecoming and Far From Home. It's just this weird like high school drama series.
Mm-hmm.
But it also is a little bit more adult too.
It's
they kind of like turn it up.
very fucking adult.
Yeah.
But the visuals are really cool, and like they do like these weird like in your head things or in the character's head things.
Interesting.
It's very neat, especially Zendaya's part, because she's like the main character and she's basically narrating all these people's lives along with her own. Just it's a cool watch. Very adult, extremely adult. My other suggestion is, and this is a very current thing, very this week thing. Check out, if you're in the Lafayette area, come down to Market Square area this weekend, this Saturday, for the Brews and Bowling Fest, put on by Brews with Dudes in the Doom Room and North End Pub.
Nice.
You know, Nick's done a great job of bringing in a bunch of breweries so you can try them out. We get free bowling all day as long as you get into the Brews and Bowling Fest. There's an after party show featuring a lot of great bands. So check all that out if you're in the Lafayette area this week and you like good beer and you like bowling. Come on down. It's $12.
And if you're in the Columbus, Ohio area this weekend, come see Max Sabbath, O'Killy Dokilly.
That's this weekend?
Playboy Man Baby, and Walk Among Us.
That's this
on the
weekend.
most
Holy
ridiculous
shit.
show. Yeah, this Friday.
That's Friday, yeah. That's right.
Infamous stages.
Dude,
And
on the
Mellow.
stage where Dime died, bro. I'm fucking slightly like terrified to go there, you know, a little bit.
That was part of the reason I'm incredibly bummed to not see you open for Oakley Dokley and Max Sabbath.
Yeah.
As much as I hate Oakley Dokley, I think they were super overhyped and terrible.
A lot of people feel about you the same way.
Yeah. Not going to disagree. However, it is the Alrosa Vila, and that is sacred ground. That is holy fucking ground for
I'm
metal.
actually kind of like a little bit also like grateful I get to play on that stage, you know, because I am going to get some sort of energy from that.
You are.
You know.
I mean, being a fan and knowing, I think you will. Yeah, for sure.
Dimebag Darrell is a musician that absolutely changed my life, and his death changed my life. So to be there, and I think they've changed the stage. I think they built bigger, and it's not the same exact stage as it used to be. The building has been like remodeled a little bit, but still.
I bet that back door still has all the stickers and shit.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it does. So
yeah, check out that if you're in the Columbus area. You know, that's going to be a great show. Walk Among Us always puts on a hell of a show. They have such a great energy, and whether you're into the Misfits or not, I'm not. I fucking love watching Walk Among Us.
cool.
Simply because you're my friends, and you guys, it's just fun. It's just so much fun watching the crowd. Even just watching the crowd's reaction to you guys, it's just great.
Yeah.
So,
It's about to pick up for us. We're about to get real busy. We have like every fucking week for the next 2.5 months.
Very
We are
nice.
on the road.
Very nice.
So see us.
So Brando, plug your show, do your thing.
You guys ready for this?
Y'all ready
They
for
look
this?
at me in awe. Like I haven't had like they have 100 episodes now, and they don't have a formula.
I know.
For plugs. So guys, you can check out the Game Addicts podcast, my podcast, over at GameAddictsPodcast.com. You can also check us out on podcast services around the globe, including services such as Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, TuneIn, SoundCloud. We're there sometimes. We're just, man, if we're not on your favorite one, please let us know. Reach us out on our socials at Game Addicts Play. We also live stream the show on Wednesdays at twitch.tv/Game Addicts Play, as well as our Facebook page and Mixer. We're on Mixer now. And we got our YouTube thing figured out for streaming on there. So we're on that. Also, every other Friday, check out the OGs.
Oh, jeez.
Shit.
I can't
Jeez,
wait
guys.
to do more of those
Wake up.
episodes.
Jeez.
I love doing that show with you.
Yeah, no, that new show spawned from this show.
They're about to reminisce again.
No, not doing it.
96
God, we're
was the
already at episode
unofficial
4.
pilot. Oh man, I can't believe we're on episode 4. We've done 3 episodes. Are guaranteed 8 episodes this year. After that, I will be taking a hiatus. That show will be taking a hiatus. We are
Totally.
filling in time right now on the network to help out. And after that, we're going to fill it out. We're going to see how, at least those episodes you'll be done. After that, we'll figure out a formula, or that'll be on the back end. We'll figure that out. We're just going to have some fun.
I'd like to fill your hiatus.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
I know. But yeah, go. Please go check that out. That's basically me and this dude, Nate. We're back together, slaying some pot ass.
We're getting the band back together.
We're back
Slaying
together, and we're telling some stories, pal.
Slaying some pod ass.
Slaying
Yeah.
some pot ass.
Nate, you take over Journey into Comics, man.
Hey, Alexa, play Journey into Comics Network. Okay, now for all of you that have to listen to us, because that works now. Check us out at journeyintocomics.com, where you get the Journey into Comics Network, getting Podcastrophe and all the great shows on our network. Get us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, Spotify, CastBox, TuneIn, and many others. Just search Journey into Comics Network. Also, hit us up on our Patreon, patreon.com/Journey into Comics, and give us $1 for early access, exclusive content, all that other shit. And yeah, that's all I've got for you guys. Thank these guys so much for having Brando, myself on. It's awesome that you guys are here at 100.
It's an honor to have you guys.
100.
Yeah.
Thanks,
it's an honor to have you
thanks,
guys as
fellers.
guests. And it's an honor to have you guys as co-hosts. Shoot.
Well, now we're getting our dicks
I
out.
know. Check out
I went up there,
Podcastrophe.
Miranda was in the bathroom. I was just like,
Check out Podcastrophe live every Tuesday, roughly around 5:30 or 6 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And you can check us out on the Journey into Comics Network, of course, on Thursdays, and our own feed on Thursdays, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio,
Stuff.
and Podbean.
That's it, bro.
And that's it. You get extra content on our feed, so check us out. We got a Patreon too, so that's cool.
Like every
When he
6
puts
months.
it in 30%.
I'm working on it, man. There was a while where I plugged so well, and then it just ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm really good at it. Sometimes I'm like, fuck it.
I just want to record the plugs and play them at the end.
that's what I said.
It's not a
What I
bad
wanna
It's
idea.
actually not a bad way to
But
do it.
I don't know
AP
how to
does
do
that.
that. Should I do that after the outro song or
No.
before
No,
that?
Before.
dude.
But then we have because I always mix the outro song with me saying bye guys.
Which is easy to edit out. If you
It
ever
works.
had to do
It works so well though. I like the feel of it.
You just make it the end of the plug saying "Bye, guys,"
Ooh,
and then
he
it
got
bleeds
you
right
there,
into
bro.
the song. Like it's super simple.
Script it.
This is
Make a
behind
script.
the scenes.
You know what I miss?
You know what?
You know what I miss? I miss the hard openings where I just started push record and like conversation was already happening.
I still do that
Last
on
week,
Foodies.
me and him did episode 3. I stayed up way later than I should have because we needed to do a bumper.
Oh,
We scripted
wow.
this motherfucker out.
One take that bitch.
One take that motherfucker. Guess what we did? We did 2 changes. And then we did it. And it was over. And it was good.
And it was good. And if that is all, that is all. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks
and
for
please
having us.
Make every day a big dick day. Heritage. Bye, guys.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girlie's to the right of me, just like our plan. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day.